the three definite encounters where you saw them. Could you go over the first two kind of quickly, because we did it on our last show, and then get to the third one, which I'm dying to hear.
The first one was on my commercial fish boat when we were anchored out in native Anchorage, where my trailer was on an abandoned island where our abandoned Indian village was, and we saw it in our spotlight. Two of them, a big male, big female. 20 minutes or so we observed it, turned the spotlight off, they went into the bush, pushed a big dead tree down, and then about half hour or so later they came out. The big one came out on the beach again.
The male.
You could barely see it because he was quite a ways away, and then I tried the spotlight, just got his red eyes reflecting, and then he crept along the beach and came parallel to the boat anchored out, and he was within 60 yards of us, and we hit him with the spotlight again as he was entering the bush, and it was big. And then
you think he was protecting the female?
No, I think he was just curious, checking us out, wondering what we're up to.
Oh, no kidding. Just curiosity.
Yeah. I think they're curious. Like, I firmly believe they detest us humans, and I don't blame them. You got to put yourself in Bigfoot's foot, basically, and walk a day in his moccasin, so to speak. And, you can imagine what they've been subjected to. All of our diseases since European contact that decimated the indigenous people throughout the Americas, it happened to them as well. There's stories of them getting by recent coming to the human family members, all pox and humans, some of their children that Sasquatches, they were all smallpoxed up, and the Sasquatch family just turned and walked into the forest and disappeared. And you got all the evidence there of diseases being passed between the chimpanzee, the mountain gorilla, to humans, and humans back to them. And it's I'm not a scientist, but I read the stuff that people are sending me, and there's definitely that link that how come there was so many reports of the Sasquatch during contact across North America, and then all of a sudden, the same time the Indians are dying off from disease. Well, the reports through the late 1800s into the early 1900s aren't really there. There's not very many. And yet we had extensive logging throughout North America, Canada, and the U.S., mining and trapping and people living out there. Yet there's this big drop in sighting reports until all of a sudden in the mid-1900s, and, correlates to Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin getting their video of their film of Paddy. And ever since that time, 1967, I was born in 1965. When I was born in my tribe in northern Vancouver Island, I think there was lucky to have 1,200 Kwakwaka'wakw people. Now we're well over 12,000, I hear. So if you look at all of the indigenous Indian tribes throughout North America, Canada, and the U.S., since the middle of the 1900s to present, there's been an explosion in our numbers, So, not just the Indians, everyone in North America, but the Indian populations have gone up in huge numbers since the mid-1900s. And that, to me, in my research, is starting to correlate to the high number of sightings we're getting of Sasquatches, skunk ape, mountain devil, Jersey devil, Bigfoot, you name it. These large bipedal Sasquatch, Bigfoot creatures are being seen more and more and more, and even more so with people with their video smartphones and cameras. And I think we're within a few years we're going to get that.
Has not been set up yet. Please try your call again later.
So they're making a rebound in numbers too.
Oh, absolutely. You look at some of the reports, like Ohio, for example. I'm just blown away by the amount of people that are joining my Facebook group, Sasquatch Island, that are from Ohio. And then when I communicate with them in private message, finding out the reason why they're joining is because they had a sighting. That happened 2 years ago, happened 20 years ago. But if you're seeing if we look at our sighting reports, especially here in the Pacific Northwest, we're getting sightings coming from all corners of the Pacific Northwest in all seasons, which was odd because we didn't really get very many summer sighting reports in British Columbia coastal area. But in the last decade, I'm seeing that number starting to go up considerably.
Do you think they migrate in the summer usually?
Absolutely. and my region, Pacific Northwest, British Columbia, and they go up into the high grounds. Here in Washington State, I'm with my common law wife, my partner, Peggy, in Kent, Washington, and communicating with the native tribe members around here and others. Because of my experience and what I need to ask, there is a definite migration right now up into Mount Baker, the Cascade Range, Mount Rainier, Mount Hood, Mount Shasta, even here. So they're going up there for the high concentration of vegetation and rodents and fawn drops. You got your elk and your deer and your mountain goats going up for fawn drops in the meadows when the snow recedes, because that's where your lush vegetation is. And if a mother ungulate is going to produce a high volume of milk, she's going to need a high concentration of protein. And that's why they go up and fawn drop up there. Cougars, bears, they follow the fawn drops up to the alpines. So does Sasquatch. And that's where they spend the summer. And when the salmon start showing up in our shallow waters of our upper portions of our rivers, creeks, and streams, then the migration comes down. And that time period is around mid-August. They'll start coming off high ground, and you'll start getting reports in the salmon spawning areas, corn fields, apple orchards, cherry orchards, and so forth. And then all of a sudden, when winter comes and the salmon are gone, they head for the shellfish beaches. I explained in the last show.
Wow.
I think we got Barry now.
Barry, are you there?
What?
I don't hear him. Barry.
What the heck?
Do you think they fish like bear? Just with their hands? You think they just grab them?
Well, they have been known to grab native fishermen's nets, gill nets, tangle nets, and pull them to shore and pluck the fish out of there. So, they're smart. They fished with, there's reports of them, jumping into creeks that are filled with salmon, grabbing one in each hand and walking into the forest with them. So, yeah, they basically everything a human can do, they can do.
I'd like to see one fly fishing. That's a joke.
Not fishing. That's us Indians. Look at us like us Indians. We don't go fishing. We don't sport fish. We go catching.
Yeah.
just you guys like to go sit there and go to Cabela's and drop $1,500 so you can go fly fishing and maybe catch a fish or two, but you have to release them and you're using barbless. Us Indians use a big treble hook with barbs, and we go in there and throw it into 1,000 fish and yank, and then we got dinner in 10 minutes. That's fishing. Nice. Catching.
Yeah. It's catching to eat is what it is.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Barely.
I'm sorry. I wasn't sure because I got disconnected a couple of times. So, I'm back. Tom, this is Joseph. Hey, okay, I'm the skeptic in the group here. But no, I'm not trying to get in arguments or anything like that. But I like to present different views, and I don't debunk, but I am skeptical. But I like the investigative aspect of things.
So, Tom, what you're telling me is you're silly.
Tom, what would you say to people who say, I would like to see some kind of picture where it's not fuzzy like that one, I forgot the name of the guys who took the famous picture of, what's said to be Bigfoot from, was it the 70s? I think it was. Some people, especially with today's technology, with all the smartphones and other devices, and all these people in the woods and things, wouldn't we have sharper images of Bigfoot or Sasquatch? Excuse me, Sasquatch.
The main reason is everyone's so accustomed to open up National Geographic or going on to a website and looking at crystal clear pictures or seeing a post in social media of this perfect image of a grizzly bear feeding on salmon. Well, being a grizzly bear guide for ecotourism, before that I was a hunting guide, Safari Club International clients. But anyway, those perfect grizzly bear pictures or wolf pictures or eagle pictures, they take hundreds of shots. They scroll through back in the 35 millimeter day area. They develop the roll and they'd sit there with a magnifying glass and look at the negatives. and 90% of them were bunk, garbage, blurry, hazy, this, that, overexposed, underexposed. And then they get out of 100 shots, 1 or 2 that they can submit to the National Geographic. That same thing takes place. It hasn't changed. When you grab your cell phone, like this POs me to the max when I'm trying to get advertising pictures for my different things. And whoever's got my cell phone, my smartphone, they're sitting there jiggling away, pushing a button like they're pushing a button on a vending machine. And you know damn well that picture is going to be blurry. And they take one picture and that's it. No, you take 30 pictures, because out of that 30, I might be able to use 1 or 2. So everyone's got this whining, cry, bitch mentality. How come they're always blurry? Well, being a hunting guide who's been around grizzly bears for most of my adult life, you go out there with a camera and get me a picture of a grizzly bear, real crispy and clear with your smartphone and your video camera, and you try to be close to that thing. Well, if you only take 1 or 2 clicks, chances are going to be blurry. So the Sasquatch is the same thing. When you come across a Sasquatch in your close proximity without a telephoto lens to get a crispy clear picture, you're going to be so beeping scared you're going to be needing Depends, because you're probably either piddling yourself or you're pooping your drawers. It's one of the most humbling and scary situations a person can go up against, and that's being close proximity to this thing that looks like a human, but it's way bigger, way stinker, and if that thing eyeballs you, it shakes you to the core. So to these people that keep whining about blurry pictures, blurry that, get your fat butt off the couch and shut your computer off and get out to the bush where us real bushers handle, and then go to walk in our moccasins and take some crystal clear pictures. Then you got the right to talk, bitch, and moan. And I'm getting sick and tired of it.
I just had
all I hear,
Tom.
whine.
What about like those cameras like for hunters or even paranormal searchers where they have them like strategically placed where like it's motion censored and it takes a picture. Those are they're fairly sharp. They're not the sharpest. They're not like you said the National Geographic quality. But I personally haven't seen any Sasquatch or Bigfoot pictures like from one of those kind of. So what about those
game cameras? They're called game cameras.
But they usually get smashed. Those cameras get smashed.
Cameras. Today I was watching a post that came up in social media of one of the rarer type of species of mountain gorilla. And, all the young juveniles and the young females that are going about their business, but you see them eyeballing where the camera is on this tree, this trail camera video. And then after about 5 minutes, the big silverback leader comes, and he's watching his troop, and he sees them looking at that camera. He sees that camera, and all of a sudden he charges the camera, and he pounds his chest with that popping noise, and then he pulls off to the left and disappears out of frame. And the other one that's sitting there that sees this all take place, she looks at the video camera, and then that's the end of the 5-minute clip. And then you're hearing from people that are using trail cameras that they're eyeballing them, they're beating them. But I don't know why. I'm not a camera dude who knows, what are they seeing? The infrared beam or what other? Are they picking up the electromagnetic pulse from the batteries? I don't know. And no, please
maybe
don't go
sound
on this.
That is very interesting. That is very interesting.
Barry, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
There we
Yay! Tom, I had a question about the one video that I think is the most impressive for me, and I want to know if you think it's real. Is the Sasquatch with the little one?
Yeah, that's one I was just going to mention too. Yeah, I think that one's real.
I do too. I think it's incredible, and anybody that says there's not a crystal clear picture of one needs to see that. Just look at I don't know what it would be under, but it's on YouTube all over the place. And it's incredible. I mean, it leaves its child behind. It kind of looks at him, and then it picks it up and then darts across. And it's like looking at the person with the camera over the rock and the trees. It's incredible, I think.
I think before we end this, though, we got to, stand united. Like, I started a cause here on social media about 6 months ago that, we serious Sasquatch, Bigfoot researchers, we can't be putting up with this woo-woo stuff, all these alien traveling Sasquatch people and mind thinking and porthole jumping Sasquatches. It just doesn't equate. They're just critters. So a lot of the people I see that are, captains and leaders and figureheads in the Sasquatch Bigfoot community, they followed what I did. They, we get our boots dirty out in the bush. We got the right to talk, say what we mean and mean what we say. And I've been saying it all along, you come on my group and you want to get woo on me, you get one warning. After that, I flush you and you're out of there. You're off my group. You're blocked from anything. You can't communicate with me because I got no time for the woo. The same thing with the bitchy, whiny moaner. They're sitting on a couch, got their bonbon candies in the dish in front of them and their big, huge 7-Eleven Slurpee, and they got the time to moan away about us people with dirty boots out in the bush getting blurry pictures. It's time for us to stand united and say, look, if you don't got nothing good to say, don't say a damn thing. And if you want to get a crispy picture, hey, guys like me and Olympic Project and Barry down in Nebraska, we're doing adventures, expeditions. We'll take you out. Yeah, it costs money. It's our businesses. But, if you want to bitch and moan, maybe you better walk in our muddy boots beside us there for a few hours, a few nights. And then you can go back to your laptop and your bonbons and whine about our blurry pictures. But we will get the crispy clear ones. And like that one you just mentioned, there'll be the people stepping up going, it's too perfect. It's too crystal clear. It was a setup. It's someone in a suit. Come on. We just got to tell them to shut that beep up. We've had it with you guys. That's what I got to say.
you better be careful, Joseph.
No, I'm not. Well, no. I'm not intimidated by anybody. But it's just, just like you have the right to believe. What is wrong with wanting proof? Is that so bad? I don't understand why that's such a bad thing.
Because they're whining. Us Bushmen, they got to remember, that's what I tell people on social media pretty much daily. You got to remember, I'm a commercial fisherman all my life. I'm a Bushman. I'm an Indian. I've been around the rough and the tough in coastal British Columbia and elsewhere all my life. If you want to come in, bitch, whine, moan, complain, throw woo-woo down my throat sideways like the missionaries did with their Bibles, I ain't going to put up with it. And, it's like a grizzly bear or a Sasquatch. You go poke and prod them, they're going to turn around and they're going to do what they got to do. And, you don't do that. Sasquatches,
Sorry.
Yep.
Can I ask this real quick, Tom? Because, okay, just like from your perspective, you want people to believe you and accept what you have to say. Plus, and I'm sure that you're suggesting that people, and I agree with you on this, Tom, that people should go out and find out for themselves. I'm a strong believer in the investigative aspect, even as a skeptic. So I commend you on that. But I noticed, and you're right about this, Tom. I've noticed there is a movement among some people who believe in Bigfoot. When I went to Alien Con in Silicon Valley last year, I forgot the name. It's like it's a Sasquatch television show. I forgot the name of it. And there's two guys who head it up. One is from Omaha. But anyway, they had like 3 classifications of how people see Sasquatch/Bigfoot these days. One of them is kind of the more traditional, what you're talking about. The other two, I forgot one is, and the other one is like what you're saying, Tom. Kind of the more sci-fi / you're kind of getting more into the portal, the high tech Bigfoot. Bigfoot is an alien. So like every other movement, it seems to be bifurcating and trifurcating to different movements. There are people who do believe possibly that. In fact, I talked to one online several months ago. He really believes that it's a possibility that Bigfoot, and he used the word Bigfoot, is actually more advanced than we're giving them credit for. I mean, he believes it just like you believe the way. So, so talking to me, Tom, as a skeptic, I don't have a dog in this fight. Why can't I believe what they believe, that Bigfoot is maybe some kind of alien, high advanced alien, but you have your belief about Sasquatch? I mean, I'm hearing 2 different things from different people. Are both of you guys right, or can you help me with that, Tom?
No, those other guys that are woo-woo, they're all wrong. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Barry,
though,
Barry, what do you think of that? What's Barry's opinion?
Let Tom answer the question.
Okay.
Tom's watched them for a long time, so he got to see how they acted.
So you, the skeptic out there, is it true about these things called albino humans that have red eyes and white skin and no pigments? Yes or no?
Well, of course, albino people are real. But I have a friend who is albino. That's the difference. I've touched and talked to him, had a conversation with him. And plus, and it is documented, we see them on TV. I can't say that about Sasquatch. I can't. Now, with that said, I'm not a debunker of Sasquatch or Bigfoot. It's just, I think there's a possibility that there's some kind of, like I said this before, I'm trying not to beat a dead horse over and over, but and other times I've been on your show, Mike. But basically speaking, like with the deforestation that's going on in Brazil and other places throughout the whole world, where scientists are discovering different species, mind you, we're talking much smaller species, we're talking amphibians and bugs and whatnot. But just like because of those discoveries, because there are places even now that humans haven't gone to, because with the deforestation, we're finally seeing these other species. I think that is a possibility that there could be some kind of hominid out, especially out in the Northwest for North America, because it is so thick. The forests are so thick there. So there is a possibility. I'm not a debunker, Tom, but I'm just saying the albino analogy you're using, I've actually talked to an albino friend of mine and talked to him. I can't say that about Sasquatch. That is the difference.
I've never seen a albino human, but I've been into a lot of cities, and you know what? I totally believe that is true. It's a scientific fact. Albino humans exist, because I've seen albino rabbits and a deer. So I believe you that you have a friend that has an albino who is an albino. But you see what I'm getting at?
He's a DJ.
See what I'm getting at? Albinos are true. They exist. Sasquatches are true. They exist. The woo side, I don't want to get in there, because to me, I call it the mental Band-Aid. It's like when someone gets something traumatic happening to them, all of a sudden their mind blocks it out. You don't hear people standing there on street corners proclaiming that they were sexually abused or physically abused or mentally abused. They're proclaiming they're broke. They need money, give them some dollars, or they're in support of an environmental cause. But you see what I'm getting at? When you go through a traumatic situation, your mind comes in with a Band-Aid, whatever they call it, endorphins or whatever.
I agree.
And it helps you deal with the situation. And I think that's when these people all of a sudden go, oh my God, I saw a Sasquatch. And it jumped through this porthole and disappeared. No, what happened was they turned and put their tail between their legs, and as they were piddling themselves, they ran away from that situation. But their mind let them believe it jumped into an alien spaceship or a porthole. That's the mental Band-Aid. So all this woo-woo stuff I don't follow.
Do you dismiss it?
Okay.
Do you dismiss it outright, or do you think it's a possibility?
It's Walt Disney. It's BS.
Okay.
Imagination.
All right. I believe we have our drinking trigger word for the night, which would be piddling.
Piddling.
Does coffee?
All right, Tom. You know what to do.
Yeah. By the way, I got a piddle here pretty soon.
I did too.
All right. Damn, I got to drink again now.
Hey Tom, I hope you don't take. I'm not. This is not personal. I hope you don't take it personally when I say that.
Oh, I do. I'm going to headlock when I see you.
You're gonna piddle. You're probably gonna piddle.
I just have to, I just have to be honest. Like I said, there's a difference between debunking and there's a difference. Well, between debunking and being skeptical. I am skeptic, but I don't debunk. If I ran into people who, if I put it. It's hypothetical, but just so you can see where I'm coming from, Tom. If I ran into someone who said, oh, those stupid idiots who believe in Bigfoot and aliens and all those, they're so stupid. And I would say, now, hold on now. It's, because physically speaking, with aliens or UFOs, the concept, no, I am just skeptic about that. I haven't seen it. But there is a possibility, because you're talking about technology, traveling by technology. That is possible. Not likely, but it's possible. But to debunk and say it never happened, how do you know? It's hard to disprove a negative, but I mean, until you have proof either way, then I guess that's where the agnosticism comes in. for me personally speaking. So that's where I'm coming from, Tom.
The Mossberg print showed us a Sasquatch in its footprint that had a very deformed foot. That was the specialists, the doctors, Grover Krantz, one of them, and I believe Meldrum looked at the cast afterwards and confirmed that it had a very traumatic injury why its foot was doing that. So if these things can jump in and out of spaceships and fly around in UFOs, then they have the medical technology never to have one of their Sasquatch brethren, family, ever have a deformed foot like that and have to suffer with that pain of that injury. So right there, that debunks them jumping in and out of spaceships.
Well, we have a lot of human beings right now, millions with deformities. And we have high technology to, we have 3D printing for limbs now.
All right, guys, we got to take a short break here. It's the bottom of the hour.
And I got to go pedal.
Yeah,
I have to piddle also.
Drinking.
That's 3 drinks, everybody.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Wolfman Mike, Jeff the Gray, Adam Shadow, and Darren, the man with 1,000 questions. Now join us as we explore the mysterious nature of our world. Igor, release the monsters from the dungeon. Crack some drinks and let go. Unwind, open your mind, just know. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep.
Psychics, mediums, ghosts, fireballs, lunar anomalies, Sasquatch,
UFOs. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. 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 Willie in Alaska. Our moral compass, Curtis Green. With Eric the Protector and hugs from Apocalypse. The Angry Bob and Keeping It Real with Stabby McHugs. Crack some drinks and let go. Unwind, open your mind, just know. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep.
remote viewing, rabbit toys, glowing orbs, lost treasures, Martian artifacts, the chupacabra, Debbie, daily.
It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle, Monster Castle Paranormal Radio Show.
Story they did on it.
And might still be out piddling.
No, we're back.
Okay, good.
I don't have to piddle now.
I don't either. I just went. I piddled.
There. All right, everybody drink now, and then you have to piddle again.
So, Barry, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How did you meet Tom?
How did I meet Tom? we've kind of been around. We met through Mehmet.
I think that I was the actual catalyst to that, Darren.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's just so weird if you know two people from two different places and you find out they're friends. That's great.
Well, it was your idea, Darren. You told me to get them together on a show, so
I did.
I tried to do
awesome.
that, and it worked.
I thought they would. I thought they would hit it off. I really did. That's awesome. Where are you going to take him next weekend?
Go ahead.
Where are you taking Tom next weekend? What are your plans for him? We want an update afterwards too.
All right. Well, are we on, or what's the deal? We still on break?
Nope.
Oh no, we're on the air right now.
We are back.
Oh, okay. Let me do this because I love it that we have a skeptic on. Go to KCAU channel 9, not channel, just 9 after KCAU 9. And type in brothers try to prove Bigfoot exists. You will probably see one of the clearest images. Now, I chimed in when Thomas and the gentleman was talking about, the alien and the skeptic. Go to that because there's an image on there that it's our image, and it's a face of an actual Bigfoot. And it's actually pretty clear.
Okay, I'm KCOAU. Okay, I put KC.
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
it's on
was writing it
Facebook.
down too as he was talking.
News Channel 9.
Well, just KCAU 9 in Sioux City, Iowa.
Sioux City, yeah, I got
look
it.
for. Type in brothers try to prove Bigfoot exists. And we actually show there should be a tree structure. There should be a footprint, and there should be his face.
Okay, let's find this.
I've had to go somewhere else where it's quiet, and I don't have access to my laptop right now, so I can't look at it right now.
You're the one we wanted to see it.
No. In all honesty, my stepson is here. He's autistic, and it's kind of hard for it's called echolalia. It's where you talk out loud to yourself. So,
Sure.
Yeah. So, and I tried. Anyway, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt. This is about you guys. You guys go ahead, please.
I'm having trouble finding it. Finding KCAU TV 9.
No, don't type in TV.
Well, that's what it came up.
KCAU 9.
Here.
Anyway, while you're looking for that, I guess we can, proceed with whatever we're talking about.
I had a question for Tom.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm looking at your picture. Are those bear claws around your neck?
Yeah, it's a grizzly bear. I was a hunting guide for over 20 years, so that's one of the grizzly bears that I had to put down there in close quarters.
Is that just one bear, all those claws?
Yep, those are the front left and right paw.
Nice. That was a big bear.
Yeah, he was about 900 pounds, I guess.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun hunting them. I don't do it no more, though. My son's name is Gelaji Hunter Seawood. It means big grizzly bear hunter paddling towards a chief giving potlatch. He's 16 now, so before he's 18, he's going to have to shoot a black bear and a grizzly bear. And then he can make his choice whether he wants to join PETA or not. But for the time being, he has to go out and hunt and prove himself. And he's a bushman anyway, but he's looking forward to going out. And that's the next, probably be the last grizzly bear I'll ever hunt.
Wow. They're good eating, though, aren't they?
Oh, God, no. They taste worse than sea lion.
Really? Black bear are black bear pretty tasty? I've had black bear before.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you get one that's not close to a garbage cans or garbage dump, so you got to go far afield. And try to shoot a smaller one, like a 2 or 3 year old, after it gets away from mama. That's the one you want to get. Big, huge boar that you're going for, a big hide and big skull measurement. Oh, God, they're nasty. They're tough and oily, and God, it tastes nasty. Survival food.
Really? Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to eat bear. I don't know.
I've eaten
That's
bear before.
Same as raccoons. I don't know. I like eating
Wow.
that either.
They must have removed it.
Yeah, it looks like they removed that picture, Barry, from SiouxlandProud.com. We can't find it.
Yeah.
It's not coming up.
I got two brothers on the hunt for Bigfoot right here.
Oh. Two brothers. What's up?
I'm just waiting for the pictures to come up. I think I might have found it.
Okay.
Pictures and videos collected have convinced them and others that Bigfoot exists.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just waiting for the pictures to come up.
I hope you guys find one next weekend.
Loading. Wow. It's
We're
really
finding them. The
slow,
trouble is
man.
trying to get pictures of them. You know, they're so good at camouflaging themselves and staying hidden.
Yeah.
I wonder it was trying to put a damn
ad?
An ad was trying to pop through, yeah.
How many
Okay,
how many
where are
times
these
have you
pictures?
smelled them but never saw them at all? But you knew it was there because of the smell. Tom?
Quite a few times. You usually smell them or hear them. Usually, I think it's when you smell them, it's I kind of believe it's like the primates that have the underarm scent glands and they release.
Musk.
I think that's a mechanism for them, sort of saying, okay, that's it, get out of here. I don't want you around. Usually they're generally, you hear them chirp or they'll throw something at you or they'll shake brush. I've never heard it myself, but I've heard reports in my region where they do like a gorilla and pound their chest.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
real.
How about you, Barry? How many times have you smelled them but not saw them?
Well, I would have to say that's happened several times. If we're talking about eye glow, and if Wolfman, if you're reading that article, I talk a little bit about how many times I've saw them. If we're talking eye glow, I probably saw them over 100 times and counting. All areas are a little different. I think I told this the last time, or maybe another time before that. I had a 20-minute encounter. He was about, I always say 30, but after I saw how far 30 was, it was more like 15 to 20 yards, was the distance between us. We had a standoff.
Yeah,
Is that that old one?
Yeah,
He shot me.
Your brother Derek and you are both mentioned in this article. But I don't see the pictures. There's no pictures.
It's on the video.
Yeah.
The news clip.
Oh, okay. The news clip's here. The news clip is there. So I'll send a link to this page onto. I'll put it in the chat room and I'll put it on #47Talk and Twitter.
Nice.
Awesome.
I'll check it out when I go piddle next time.
Uh-oh, everybody drink again.
Yeah, I got my coffee.
Oh, my God. Everyone's going to be drunk again, Tom.
Oh, God, I'm drinking tequila and Mountain Dew.
Nice.
That sounds like a great combo.
I'm drinking tequila and Diet Coke right now. Mountain Dew's better, though.
Drinking coffee, espresso.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Have you guys ever found Sasquatch scat?
Yeah, I have. I have a couple of times.
Yeah, I've seen it in the abandoned native village in my tribe when I used to do the native tours there and be the watchman. We had a lot of bear activity, and then all of a sudden you'd be walking in the village in the morning and, all the blackberries, apple trees, crab apple, plum, and you'd see the pits and the scat all through there. And, sometimes I'd walk in and go, oh, looks like I got a grizzly bear visiting the village. And then sometimes it was like, ooh, wow, that's not a grizzly bear or black bear coiler steaming away there. So, yeah, I've seen them.
Does it look like human feces or is it different?
It looked like a human coiler that he'd drop as he's just walking along.
Huh.
Not coiled.
Yeah.
It's, it's like a big, huge salami broken up line on the trail.
Is that the same thing with you,
Yeah,
Barry? Barry?
What's that?
Would you confirm that? Is that what it looks like?
Yeah. In fact, we know exactly what deer and all that looks like. This one it looked like a damn human took a shit out there.
Yeah, I imagine. Well, they're very human-like. I would imagine it looked like that. Interesting. Tom, are you going to get to your third sighting? You got to tell us.
I didn't tell you the sea kayak camp one, did I? When I rolled a big boulder down?
No, I don't think so. Maybe that was the second one.
When my sister did like Jesus and tried to walk across the water, she got so scared. I didn't tell you that one, did I?
I think you might have, but let's tell it again.
Again.
Yeah, well, my sea kayak camp on Vancouver Island, when we built these 5 cabins there that are reminiscent of a West Coast native cedar longhouse, and we painted orca designs on the front, and that's where our sea kayakers would stay, and now we're using it for Sasquatch expeditions. And it was bring my kids there so we can just camp, have our nice little cabin and windows on the side and watch cruise ships and orca whales and humpback whales. And when we were building it, my work crew didn't tell me till sometime later that they found a footprint in the gravel down on the beach above the high tide mark. I just said, it's probably some hippie kayaker paddling by and stopped down here. One of the guys looked at me and goes, "No, Tom, it was this big." And he put his hands up, and it looked like probably close to 20 inches what he was trying to describe. And I know that I kind of thought there's not that much shellfish beaches around here, so I kind of wrote it off that they were just seeing a bear track or something. But once the cabins were established and everything, we had a big tide come in. The tides fluctuate every day and every week. We had a big one come in, and it washed a bunch of big driftwood. In British Columbia, our beaches are covered in driftwood. And we're talking, stuff the size of cigarette packs right up to big monster logs that are 6 foot thick and 50 feet long. So I had all these big logs, and I brought my big Husqvarna chainsaw down, largest one they make, 36-inch bar on it. And I went through 2 tanks of gas cutting all this driftwood up. And my 2 crewmen were pushing the logs I cut up to small pieces, getting it out of the way because we had a kayak group coming in a few days, and we needed the beach access. And my sister wanted to come out, and she's a concrete Indian. She's 10 years younger than me and grew up in the city, so I call her a concrete Indian. So she wanted to come be bushy like her brother. So we had her out there, and my dog, his name was, and Barry's going to like this, my Golden Lab Cross, his name was Land Claims Treaties Now. Everywhere he lifted his leg and went, "Piddle," we would claim it back. But anyway, Land Claims at this time was a 6-year-old bush dog, and he was trained to spin bears. So in other words, if I see a bear, I'd just go, "Land Claims, spin bear." And he'd go at the bear and he'd chase it and spin it like it's chasing its tail. They're trying to get land claims off of their butt. That gave me enough time to get far enough away. I don't want to shoot every animal out there, So I'd get away from the bear or get in the boat, and then I'd whistle. And as soon as I whistled, land claims would come running, catch up with me without the bear. So anyway, he's a bush dog.
He spins when he sees the bear instead of points? Is that what's...
No. He goes after the bear and starts chasing its ass, and then the bear starts spinning, trying to get my dog, and he just keeps the bear spinning so I can get the hell out of there.
Oh, the bear spins. Okay.
Because you hear all the stories of people go out with those imitation dogs, those little fifi mutts, and all of a sudden the dog goes chasing in the bush after noise or smell, and all of a sudden the big bear gets mad, chases the little fifi Bichon Frise or Chihuahua dog back to the fisherman with his fly rod standing knee deep in the creek, and the dog hides between his legs. Well, what do you got? You got a 1,000-pound bear coming down mauling the fisherman now. So you got to teach dogs to be bush smart.
Are most bears afraid of big dogs?
No, dogs are as dumb as their master. So you got to teach your dog. And what I do is I teach them with other dogs how to spin. You don't want to get them fighting, so I'd get them to spin the dog. And then he'd bring him up to spinning bears. So when you told your dog, spin bear, he knew his job. Run at the bear, get that thing running in circles, and then wait for the call or the whistle. And I say, time to come. And then you'll come running down, jump in the boat, and I pull off the beach and take off. And,
oh, nice.
Now you got a live bear. Being a bushman, anything like being an Indian up here in Canada, we have the right 365 days a year to hunt for food, social, ceremonial purposes outside of private property without permission and outside of federal parks. So basically 99% of Canada is open for us to food, social, ceremonial harvest. Anything comes within 20 yards of me or 20 feet of me and it's aggressive, it becomes food, social, ceremonial real fast. I don't care what it is. I'm going to punch lead in it and drop it.
Sure.
So, I don't want bears coming at me. I got no reason to shoot them. So anyway, I teach my dog, and that's what he was done. He was trained for. So after I finished cutting the logs and I finished burning out my tank of gas, I put the saw down. I'm all hot and sweaty, and I told one of the younger crew, grab me a Pepsi from the cabin. So he went and grabbed one, and when he was in there, he saw some mouse, so he jumped real loud, scaring the mouse out of because that was our kitchen cabin. And, he's just horsing around. He's a young teenage pup. And then all of a sudden, this 2 trees up on the bank, about 20 feet above where my cookhouse was, just started shaking like you see those ghost movies, paranormal movies, when those spooks or those ghost creatures start shaking real fast like a human couldn't. Well, that's what these 2 trees are doing. And then all of a sudden, this big boulder come rolling down. Well, I looked at land claims. I'm like, land claims, get it. He goes running up the bank, and he gets up to the 2 shaking trees and doing his job. He looks behind the tree, and all of a sudden he just looks at me, and he just sprung on all fours and flew off that 20-foot bank, hit the ground, and there was this golden lab streak go barreling by me, and he jumps into the duck punt we had on the beach. We had 2 dinghies on the beach, and my 32-foot, 12-passenger water taxi tour boat anchored at the anchor buoy in the middle of the bay. And, right away I'm thinking, no, my dog don't do that. So I look back up, and the tree's still shaking. And then I'm taught, you don't just look at, what's going on. You got to do a 360-degree spin. At that point, it was a 180 spin I had to do, look behind the cabins. And as I'm scanning to my right, there behind my cabin, about 70 feet away, is this big, huge Sasquatch in the V of 2 trees, standing just inside the branches. And I look at him, he's looking at me, we eyeball lock each other, and the first thing that came to my mind was, gee, his eyes kind of look like the shape of pierogies. That's the first thing I thought of, because his eye shape was a little different than a human. And then all of a sudden you just see the muscles in his neck all start tensing up, and the tendons showing, and then he just, boom, his lips open up, and he's got this big white, brown, toothy grimace looking right at me. I'm looking at him, and I'm just like, holy, that thing's big. And I look at my crewman, get my gun. And he's like, your gun's out in the boat. He doesn't know what I'm looking at. I'm like, well, get me something. Get me an axe. Get me a machete. And he's digging around looking under the cabin for an axe. And he finds a machete. And my sister, she's like, get me the hell out of here. And she turned, and the tide now, and all that driftwood that's at the high part of the beach and the stuff I cut up is all floating in about 4 feet of water. Well, she looked like Jesus Christ trying to walk on the surface of the water going over those things, and she's this freak. And I'm like, you guys get in the dinghy and get out to the boat. And I'm kind of be calm, and I'm telling my sister, slow down, you're going to break your leg. And I get into the dinghy where my sister and my trembling dog are both sitting there giving me looks like, get us the hell out of here. And we have a line going from the beach to the stern of my boat to keep the bow pointing into the waves coming into the bay. And my sister starts pulling that. Well, the dinghy we're in, it's one of those rectangle duck punts, and it's about 8 feet long. Well, she's pulling it sideways, and it's almost flipping. And I'm like, telling her, slow down, let me spin this thing around. And she's just freaked. And we get to the boat, and the dog jumps on. We're about 5 feet from my swim grid, and the dog just bails out of the duck punt, jumps on the swim grid, runs across the deck, through the open door. I get on the boat with my sister, and I jump on board, and I go walking through the 12-passenger cabin to the cuddy cabin up front to grab my .338 Seiko. in its gun case. I get in there, bend down to grab my gun. And there's my big, brave, fearless land claims bush dog, trembling and shaking, looking at me like, "Get me the hell out of here, boss." And I get the gun, I go outside and start the motors on the way through, and the two boys are on there, and one of them's the Dutch boy. He was my sea kayak guide. And he's whimpering and crying and tears coming. He's just freaked. And then all of a sudden you heard that roar, big roar. And my sister's like, just a little concrete Indian streak as she runs into the boat, goes screaming at me to get her out of there. And so we dropped the anchor line loose, and we got out of there. And I'm like, "Oh, we'll just go around the corner and we'll go tie up in that bay next door." My sister's like, "Oh, bloody way, you get me out of here." So I would get out into the middle of Johnson Straits, and it's blowing 35 westerly in the evening breeze, we call it. There's a big ebb tide happening. We got about 8 miles to get to Sayward, my home port, and it's notorious for the ebb tide with a big west wind. They just get these monster tide rip waves, and I'm just like, we can't go to Sayward. It's just not safe before dark. So I had to go across the channel to a dock that's at Little Homestead on the mainland, and that's where we ended up staying. The woman that ran the post office, homesteader, older lady, good friend of mine, she offered the bedroom of her daughters for my sister, and there's no bloody way my sister wasn't going to leave the boat. She said, "I'm sleeping with you close to that gun," she goes. In all honesty, that was 2006, and she's told me she's never camped out of a public campsite where there's a lot of people, and she has no intention of going out the bush again. She got scared white that day.
Wow. And they all knew it was a Bigfoot right away.
Oh, God, yeah. When he heard that thing scream, back hairs and your neck stood up. That thing was PO'd. He did not want us there.
How long before you went back?
Oh, I went back the next day. After I got rid of my sister, I went back in with my two crew and a couple other buddies of mine. We lit that thing up like a World War III. We went in with 12 gauges, 338, 375 H&H I was packing that one, and with my 338 slung over my shoulder. And I had my young crewman who didn't shoot, and he was carrying my 12 for me. We went in there and lit that place up. I let them know on the way in, I was drinking, I had bottles of water, and I was just gacking back the water because it's about an hour drive from Sayward by the logging roads into my camp. And when we got there, we were walking all around the perimeters, lighting it up with shots and flares, and I was peeing all over the place. I was basically just staking my claim. I was letting them know, okay, you scared me out of here because of my sister yesterday, but now I'm back and I'm peeing in my corners here. This is my turf. You're not welcome. And after that, we never had any problems with him.
Nice. Did you see any tracks from where he was or anything? Any other sign?
Oh, yeah. But you couldn't pour them or anything. Not that I did plaster with me. I had no intent of getting pouring or anything back then, but you could see the indentations in the moss inside the trees and everything. There was some major tree breaks. There's actually, if you go to Sasquatch Island, there's a picture of me with a camouflage colored vest on, and I'm standing by a tree snap. That's right at the camp, and that was fresh when I seen it that day. There was, I think we recorded 6 tree snaps all around my camp that next day when we went in there.
How big was the boulder it rolled down?
It was about, I guess, perspective-wise, size of a dining room table for 8. It was a good size.
It's huge. 1,000 pounds and more.
4 of us couldn't move it. We tried rolling it.
Really?
Yeah.
4 men couldn't move it.
Yeah, and one of them was a big, huge logger named Walt. He's a big tough bugger. He's a big Norwegian. He's built like a brick shithouse.
Oh, my gosh. Imagine how strong they are then.
Well, if you compare them to chimpanzee, they're amazingly strong. If you look at size perspectives, like I remember when I was bugging a monkey at Mexico one time, and I was all half snapped on tequila, and I had to piddle. Take a drink, boys. And there's this monkey hanging around the bar table, so I thought I'd be, tease him back. Well, that bloody monkey got pretty annoyed. He jumped on my lap and he grabs my collar and my shirt, and he's freaking out, and I'm trying to grab this monkey and rip him off me, and this thing's only about 2 feet high, and all of a sudden he grabbed me by my bottom lip, and he's just pulling, and he's trying to bite me, and I got him by the neck, and then finally ended up just smacking his head 3 times against the what do you call it, wooden post in the bar there on the beach.
Tom
threw him, and I couldn't believe it how tough that little bugger was. And he even came back. He wanted to go at me a second round, and I started throwing beer bottles at him.
It's a good thing we always have beer bottles around.
If I looked at the size of that little monkey and what I did, like, he scared me. That thing was tough.
Yeah.
And then I thought about it afterwards. That monkey couldn't weigh more than 24 pounds. Now you take a 500 or a 600 pound Sasquatch. There's no way you're going hand to hand with that SOB. He's going to snap you or pop your head off like anything.
Wow. Okay, guys. Well, you know what? It's the top of the hour again, so anyone might have to take a piddle. Now's your time to go piddle. We'll be right back, folks.
Get Barry going because he wants to go out. He's got to go somewhere tonight. Get Barry on.
He's got to come on. Barry will be up with his breaking news story next.
Come and take my hand. We're gonna go to a far off land, a land of ice and snow. It's a place where we can go, clubbing baby seals. God, you love the way it feels when you club a baby seal. The power trip is so unreal. We will drink some beers, sit back and watch some drowning polar bears, relaxing while we wait for the seal to take our bait. Then we'll club the baby seals. God, you love the way it feels when you club a baby seal. The thrill of the kill is so unreal. Quiet now, there's a seal over there. Grab your club and slowly get near. Raise it up and don't let go. Give his tiny head a fatal blow. Just club the baby seal. Just club the baby seal. Club the baby seal. The baby seal. Just club the baby seal. You love the way it feels if you club that baby seal. We'll have our fun, then return home, so tired from the land we roam. But one more stop along the way. Piping clovers taste like chicken, they say. Club them baby seals.
The skies, all kinds of colors, and they spin round, and those creatures. It was just wheels in the sky, wheels within wheels, all giant. I saw wheels in the sky. I saw lights, and they were spinning. Wheels in the sky. Period. There is only one source that can have wheels in the sky. Wheels in the sky. There's one type of wheel in the sky. Period. Ezekiel chapter 1, wheels in the sky, and nothing else.
This is the Monster Castle Paranormal Radio Show. We explore the paranormal phenomenon with researchers and skeptics from all walks of life and beyond. Fridays and Saturdays, 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern. Visit our website at monstercastleparanormal.com.
All right, and we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is time for Barry to give us the breaking news. All right. I cannot wait. We got to give you this introduction. Monster Castle News, and we have breaking news with Barry Webster.
Barry.
Yeah, this is Barry Webster. This is Barry. I'm up now. I was actually laying down listening to you guys dozing off, so I'm awake now. Kind of getting ready here. I got a group I'm taking out tonight, so I'll try to make this quick and hopefully it's exciting to you guys.
Oh yeah.
Well, again, I don't know how much Tom or if Tom's mentioned anything at all.
No, he said to take your lead.
Okay, good. Thank you, Tom. The old saying, things happen for a reason. And I think that's what happened in our case. God willing, again, this is a very, we looked at it down here in Nebraska, or our team looks at it as what we'd call a strategic alliance. We're next Friday, we will be meeting. Tom is flying in, him and his wife, partner. They're flying in to meet us down here, and we couldn't be more excited about that because we're teaming up to talk about and to do the contract, make sure it's a win-win for everybody, but we're teaming up to do, I'll say this, Tom, that all kinds of projects. So we're excited about them coming down. What we see it as, and I said strategic because, you have what everybody in Indian country would say. It was waiting. People were waiting for this to happen. Darren, I think you guys made mention of it. That wow, we know each other, and it's time. We're gonna venture out with Tom, their production company, and we're gonna produce a documentary / whatever we dream up and put in the contract. So we're excited about it. Again. We couldn't be any happier. We have tremendous faith and trust in Tom and what they do. And, I think we can put this to rest. In fact, we've already put it to rest. We just, I'm not worried about who's still a skeptic and, because you guys can stay stuck in the mud, so to speak. We're moving forward with our research and we feel like this new partnership with Tom and his group is something that was a dream. So we're excited about it, and I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. I want to hear what happens.
Oh,
we're gonna.
Is
awesome,
Nebraska,
man.
Barry? Is that? I'm calling from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Wow.
Okay.
Where are you, Barry?
You should go down.
Yeah, you guys got to hook up. Barry will show you a bloody Bigfoot, man. He will show you Sasquatch. You get him and sneak out at night real quiet, and you'll have and you're gonna piddle your pants.
I wish that were true, but trust me, it's more likely a bear I run into because those are real.
Oh, come on, open your mind. Just go for a stroll.
No,
go down.
It's open your mind when you see it. And,
go down.
But Barry. Is he still there?
Yeah.
Hey, Barry, you mind me asking, where in Nebraska are you?
I'm on the Omaha Tribe of Nebraska reservation here in Mason, Nebraska. If you're in Lincoln, you're probably maybe 2 hours from me.
How about that? Small world. You guys
wow, isn't that strange how I just out of the blue asked you onto the show tonight?
It is
not
weird.
knowing you guys are like neighbors.
Geographically speaking, yeah, basically we are. Well, Lincoln is it's just off the Missouri River. Omaha's right on the river, but anyway, that's pretty awesome.
Would you ever consider going?
Yeah, that's cool. Because I know you're a Husker fan too, right?
No, I don't do sports. I'm into science fiction. I'm a geek. I'm into Star Wars, Star Trek, and things like that.
Woo woo.
Oh, I see.
I said you're silly. I was right. I'm just kidding.
You should go over there.
I
Should be our.
I don't have the opportunity to do it. If it were like a month ago, I probably would have been able to. I can't right now. So,
Yeah.
But that'd be awesome. I will definitely look for it. That'd be pretty cool. Say, Barry, can I real quick, guys? Can I ask this? Have you ever? I'm assuming you've been to Lincoln, Barry.
Yes, I have. In fact, my daughter lives down there. I got one of my team members that lives down there, so I've been to Lincoln plenty of times. I got my degree from University of Nebraska.
Okay, well, for those who don't know, Lincoln's it's a big college town. We're about just shy of 300,000. So we're kind of a small big city, if you will. So so just to give you a feel. Have you heard of? So then you would know about Wilderness Park. Then you know what I'm talking about, right? It's basically everyone. Okay. I like to call Wilderness Park kind of Lincoln, Nebraska's Central Park, and I've been to Central Park in New York City. Of course, there's a big difference. In Central Park, it's right in the middle of New York City. Wilderness Park, it runs basically in the southwest quadrant of Lincoln, Nebraska, and it is a very wooded area. It's the closest thing to a forest that we have in the Lincoln metro area. Well, it's a lot of mosquitoes, by the way, so you want to be careful you visit there. Now, I mean, of course, given that Wilderness Park is in a pretty relatively, it's a city, about 300,000 people, so one would speculate that, say, a Sasquatch or Bigfoot or something, a hominid of that nature would be a bit too busy, even in a wooded area like Wilderness Park. So I don't expect to see, even if a Sasquatch exists, I don't expect to see one in Wilderness Park or even Central Park in New York City, where I've also visited as well, because it's just too urban. So that's why I'm saying that if there are any Sasquatch or Bigfoot or such, I would think that it would have to be somewhere like the Northwest region, specifically North America, other parts of the world, of course. Of course, you have big cities out there, but you have such a huge geographical swath of forest out there. So
Nebraska.
I don't know what you guys think, Barry, Tom, and everybody else. What you guys think about that?
Oh, I think they're everywhere.
That's a great question, actually. What is the nearest sighting near a city that you guys have heard about?
Right in the
Is that
city
for everybody?
Dude, they walked right into their reservation. Right, they were there. They were right wandering around in the houses.
Tom was
throwing things at the buildings.
Vancouver Island, I found we have a city called Duncan where it has Sasquatches habituating the humans, where there's a bottle picker native guy, and he told me that he has to whistle when he gets close to a Chinese restaurant after the weekend buffet smorgasbords, because he wants to get to the dumpster, because the owners put out big bags of pop cans and bottles and that for his collecting. And when he whistles, it's so that when he gets close to the dumpster, that Sasquatch will bang it, boom, or make a noise, letting the human know that I'm in the dumpster right now. And he said it was a tall, skinny one that looked old and sickly, but he kind of figures it's dead now. And what that was it's right in the downtown. Like when you go up the Vancouver Island Highway, you drive right by this Chinese restaurant before you get on this bridge, and here there's a Sasquatch coming out and dumpster diving for chop suey and chow mein, I guess. And it's a human has to wait his turn to get his bottle.
I'll be darned.
And then we got him looking in windows in all our Indian reserves and outside of Indian reserves on Vancouver Island. So, there's a reason why I started calling it Sasquatch Island. It's the highest concentration of wood Sasquatch carvings on Earth throughout Vancouver Island, but made by the natives and chainsaw carvers. You see them everywhere. Even downtown Seattle and Vancouver have carvings of Sasquatch called Junaqa, and most people don't realize that. And I started calling, Vancouver Island Sasquatch Island, but now with the Facebook group, it's gotten so popular that I'm coining the indigenous people of North America, calling North America Turtle Island for thousands of years since the dawn of our creations. I'm now calling it Sasquatch Island. It's just for what I'm doing, and I'm so honored that I've been, my wife and I have been asked and invited by Rez Squatchin Barry and his team to go to Nebraska, and I'm just stoked. I hate airplanes. I'm going to be.
I'm so excited.
Man. Just
You
wear
have to
tinfoil.
let
up
Hey,
before I get on that plane. I'll tell you that much.
just wear a crystal
what
pendant
date is this? I
headband.
really would like to meet you guys, if that's a possibility.
Next weekend.
Seriously.
It's next weekend. It's next weekend.
Next weekend?
Joseph. Yes.
This is Barry's
Well,
turf.
maybe
One of
behind the
Barry's-
scenes we can direct message each other.
Yeah. Now, excuse me. This is Barry. What's your name again?
It's
The Lincoln guy.
it's Joseph Moore, Joseth with a T. It looks like Joseph, but you replace the P with a T. So Joseph, and then Moore, Moore. I have
Okay.
two Twitter accounts. I have the official one, Joseph Moore. I have that. I don't do much there. I just post my science fiction books and my paranormal ebooks, and I don't touch it very because I want to just kind of keep it clean. And then I have what you hear Wolfman Mike every now and then. He'll call me Master Mastaba. That's where I can play around a bit, where I talk a lot of politics and I kind of goof around with Star Wars and things. So I do a lot more with that, and I have more followers on the Master Mastaba, and Mastaba has an H at the end of it. So
He's our
at
show
Master
skeptic.
Mastaba.
He's our skeptic and our atheist.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Not a debunker,
here's
though.
what I want to tell you.
Not a
Here's what I
debunker,
want to
just for
tell you.
clarification, okay?
I have a team member. What's that background noise?
Go ahead.
Bobby
Keep
ain't on
going.
here, is
sorry.
he?
Go ahead.
Could have been ghosts.
No. That was me opening my car door. So because it's quiet in my car right now.
Okay.
I got
Hey,
an article.
Joseph,
Hey, Tom.
What I want you to do
Oh,
is
okay. Go ahead first.
join our page, Res Squatching Research Community, and then I want to hook you up with one of my team members down there. His name is Richard Stoll. This Saturday he has a group out of I'm not sure where they're all coming in from, but he has 14 people coming to Lincoln, and he's going to give them a tour of his area and the things that he's been investigating down there. He's got some stick structures, tree structures. He's got an area that he's investigating right now in Lincoln. He talks about, this salt river, or there's a lot of salt down there. And in fact, we have been invited to Lincoln to investigate and ask one of these Bigfoots to leave this old lady alone. Apparently, he's been harassing her down by a creek bed down there somewhere, and we haven't been able to hook up. But I would like to hook you up with Richard Soul, because he's doing something Saturday, and you're more than welcome to come up and meet Thomas and I, and I will make you a believer.
No, that's not going to happen. I mean, it's not about being believed to me. But anyway, how do you spell his last name so I can look it up?
Soul, S-O-U-L-E, Richard Soul. He has no image in there.
Okay, I thought you said
But you'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have a picture
Hey,
of
don't
himself.
worry. You know what? I'll hook you up with Barry's email and his Facebook after the
Okay,
show.
that'd be
anyway.
great, Mike.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I'll give you his number and everything, so you guys can hook up after. I got an article here, and this is have scientists proved Bigfoot is real? Team unveils results of 5 years research, and they say they have his DNA. Trying to get a date. Okay, October. That's kind of old. October 2013. Wonder what happened with that.
Is that from Moods?
Sorry.
This is from. They did an actual. Holy shit! There's pictures here. Sasquatch. Where is it? Dr. Melba Ketchum. They spent over $500,000
Yeah,
You know,
you gotta watch.
There's
some
footage
people
here.
that-
They got footage here. Video footage of a female Sasquatch sleeping. Have you guys ever seen that?
Yeah,
No.
and that's what I'm just saying. You got to be very cautious with that one. It's basically 50-50. I'm going to stay on the fence on this one because I haven't really researched it yet. But there has been some negative traffic on that posting and the DNA analysis and everything. So that one, I just let it stew a bit longer and cook itself through to see what happens at the end.
Isn't there some...
Did they not have results yet for the DNA? I think they did, actually. I remember hearing this now. It was found to have human DNA as well as an unknown strain of hominoid.
Yeah, I heard that too.
See, one of the things that I wanted to say with this union, I guess you could say that's about to happen with Barry and his team, with Peggy and I with Sasquatch Island, HamumuAdventures.com. This is unprecedented where two different North American Indians from so far away. We have the Rocky Mountains separating us, and states and a province and an island channel, and here we are going there. You know, we've sat back as Indigenous people, and you know, we just basically roll our eyeballs and shake our heads and discuss.
Like salary.
All
right. Privileges you're going to get, how you're going to be respected, whether you're going to be promoted.
One second,
you know, there's lots of things going on beyond that.
John Mack.
Tenured professor at Harvard. And because he takes UFO abduction reports seriously and engages with those people, Harvard tried to find him. Thank goodness for Danny Sheehan.
All right.
Who fought that trial.
I'm going to go live with the concert.
We had this subspecies, to use the terminology of Stanton
I got
Friedman,
a live feed
experiment, and this led to
from Contact in the Desert. Oh yeah.
And again, I concur with Danny Sheehan.
So I'm going to let that rip.
No activity happening. So yes, there is a situation when we were working with the declassification of Mariner 9 documents on quote-unquote pyramidal objects on Mars. We could not publish, Desiree and I, in scientific publications. We had to go to Germany. We had to go to Brazil and Mexico to publish. No one would take the evidence, even though it was there marked with NASA official documentation.
There's a site that I love researching and checking into that nobody here mentioned tonight. I've talked to I think everybody here, I've mentioned this, but nobody mentioned it tonight. Karahunj, right?
Well, that's in Armenia.
That's Jason Martinez. That's in Armenia.
That's the Armenian Stonehenge.
The Armenian Stonehenge, maybe 3,000 years older than Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah. Astronomical alignment.
Right.
Very, very sophisticated, beautiful.
Keep going, Graham. Okay, there you go.
No, I mean,
wow.
It happened that I'd done a couple of research trips to Armenia, and you know, there's huge megalithic culture all over Armenia, ancient petroglyphs. You know, I think we're just beginning to scratch the surface of our past. I used the phrase species with amnesia in Fingerprints of the Gods back in 1995. I think it still holds.
You're worse than me, bro.
This is the problem. We've forgotten our past. It's been obscured and hidden beneath layers of later stuff. And now we live in the time when we're going to recover that. That's why I talk about a paradigm shift. We are going to recover the past. There's more, and it's connected to a wider awakening. It's connected to a realization that humanity has actually been brainwashed by the powers that be. We live in an incredibly mind-controlled society where every action and every thought is programmed. It's a very dangerous situation. Very
Is that okay, Eric? Can I do that?
Thank you. The
please.
fundamental principle of adult sovereignty over consciousness is even invaded by that horrible, evil enterprise called the war on drugs. You know, we have an awakening going on, and part of that awakening is to do with the ancient past.
Hey, man.
The realization that we've been sold a billion
I'm
Discord already.
our past.
What?
And I believe if we recover the past,
I talked to for a half hour.
all around the
Okay,
world.
anyway, I'm broadcasting live footage from Eric Contact in the Desert right now. Can you hear it?
100% wrong.
Just graduated.
Yeah, great point. And I'm gonna continue with that thought. I was gonna go somewhere else, but
that's Jimmy Treach. Eric's there. Everyone's there, man.
Usually, that was strong.
It's a good idea. It's not gonna.
There was a connection to consciousness and ourselves, and
it's live, man. I'm broadcasting live footage from Contact in the Desert right now.
That have completely gone, and we've forgotten.
Okay, I'll turn it down for.
Can they hear me?
No, they can't hear you.
That's awesome. Hey, I'm on the Discord, so just add me on there.
Okay. I'll go to Discord.
Disconnect with consciousness. Huh? Everybody here agrees we're on that page today.
We need to advertise this.
Records were interrupted. We got knocked.
Oh, Joe's being so funny tonight.
12,800 and 11,600 years ago. It was a massive accident that happened.
5 minutes.
And we forgot.
Did you hear Debbie's show last night?
Brain damage as a result of it.
Well, if you remember when
no, I have no idea.
The rediscovery of Egypt.
I don't really care about that. We're broadcasting live right now, dude. I don't want to talk about her show. We're broadcasting live right now.
Nobody spoke Egyptian. Nobody could read hieroglyphics. Nobody.
Everyone can hear you. You're live on the air right now.
I asked you just a second ago.
No, I thought you meant can they hear you like Eric and them at Contact in the Desert. That's what I thought you meant.
I meant everybody that is.
No, you're live on the air.
Okay.
I suppose you just got to put ourselves in the same position that if we underwent a cataclysm in the future, and us who experience an urban life on a regular basis, and we're suddenly in a position where we cannot continue our normal lifestyle, and we're just surviving, foraging, surviving, killing each other, and well, hopefully not me, but you would easily lose that knowledge very quickly. And as Graham pointed out in his lecture, was it yesterday? I mean, the people who are going to survive this are going to be the indigenous peoples who are living in remote areas, parts of the world, who don't actually have the technology in the first place.
The meek will, in fact, inherit the earth.
Yeah, no doubt. Robert, why do we have amnesia? Why have we forgotten ever? Why are we fighting about knowledge of our own past? Because we've just forgotten about it. Why do we have amnesia?
I think we got too busy. Yes, we're totally overwhelmed with the complexity of life that we don't have the time and the openness.
Cell phones and computers.
Today, 1,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, we, as a human race, have the same questions. We've managed to work out a lot of things. We've learned a lot about the cosmos. We've learned about physics, biology. We've got aeroplanes. We've landed on the moon, but we haven't tackled the fundamental questions. Basically, where do we come from? What are we supposed to do on this planet? Who are we? And what happens to us when we die? I think these fundamental questions have been ignored for quite a long time. And what interests me with especially the ancient Egyptian culture is that it seems to have been the focus of their attention. They were very into trying to deal with these questions. And what we see is a legacy of this. So to me, trying to understand the past and discovering ancient cultures is the great possibility that some of these questions were tackled, and they seem to let it, especially his copies. I mean, we keep saying this, but this is an enormous project that demanded the highest of motives, and they tell us, in no uncertain terms, at least in the fairy tales, that they knew what happened to us after death. And I think this is the thing that intrigues me with the past and the ancient Egyptians. We've forgotten to ask the questions. We don't ask the questions anymore.
We don't. Thank you for that. We just don't. We're closing in on the edge here, but before we get there, JJ and Desiree, with your research into music and tones and harmonics and us and the megalithic structures out there and what could be going on there, but you're going to You are researching this again. You're trying to discover this again. Why have we forgotten about it? Why do we have this amnesia?
It is clear the ancient philosophers and theologians and poets spoke about the fall or the separation of the human race from that of the gods, but there are also, as clearly as we are discussing now, a second fall of consciousness itself, so we do not even recognize the language of the hieroglyphic patterns. It is very clear that in the pyramids we have sophisticated processing technology and materials on various high scales of application, extremely high precision with reference to constellations, and also ultra-high scale of buildings and monuments. So this is clearly out of the bounds of even the human conceptual pattern as taught in our major universities. So we have, again, a helping hand, I believe, in the indigenous cultures, and we have had remarkable experiences with the elders who have shown us underground tunnel systems in Brazil, in the Andes, where they claim there are artifacts of the higher architects, and that information will be forthcoming. In essence, we're going to see a worldwide map of the greater evolutionary process of which we once spoke.
Right, so what was the knowledge of the ancient Egyptians, and these are prehistorical Egyptians? Well, Baval said they understood the afterlife, or they at least looked towards that. And one of the things we know from the videos that had come out with John Anthony West is that they looked towards Orion, and they consider that like the father of the gods, or Osiris. What's interesting is in Mexico, they also saw Orion as the father figure, and they also looked to the Pleiades, and there were key constellations, and I believe Nafta, and there's also stone circles in Australia we've been in, and all over the world.
South Africa, so all over the world the Orion model appears, and so this is not just an isolated model. Egypt is really the linchpin of bringing together all of the other cultures in a type of flexible map and design of evolutionary high points.
So we also feel that there's been a shift on the planet. Some of the research we've done with Russian scientists, like Kashashev and Trofimov, if you want to research those names, have looked at certain magnetic...
Oh, Eric, Darren, you still there?
I'm still here.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. John Carmen made it down to the desert with Eric.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's there right now, man.
Yeah, I gave him Eric's number.
I'm just going to mute us and let this play for a little while, though, eh?
I think that's a good idea. The sound's coming through pretty good.
Yeah.
Is that Graham Hancock? Is that who's on
there?
there?
Yeah, Graham Hancock, Jimmy Church, Robert Schock.
Yeah, this is good stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm going to let it play. I'm just going to let it play.
Omega, from the beginning of information
It's live.
we had in the past. Now
I get it. Is it from Eric?
Yeah, he's broadcasting it live, yeah. So I'm using his feed.
But it's changing, it's shifting now, and we're all part of that.
Wow, thank you for that, Desiree.
This is awesome. Good job.
And especially with North America, man, we've forgotten everything, and it's in our...
I don't know if Karen's going to get back to me. I got to check my messages, and I'm kind of busy right now, so I'm just going to let this play. I'm going to come off of here, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want me to hang out here, or do you want me to be on Discord?
It don't matter. I'm going to hook into Discord in a minute.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm going to shut this Skype down for now and let this just play on its own, and
Okay.
I'll get
I'll
back
be in
to you soon.
Discord.
Okay. Right on.
If we go back to the last century, a very famous psychoanalyst many of us haven't heard about, named Velikovsky, wrote two very important books. The first is World in Amnesia, and another was the Collision, Worlds in Collision. And Velikovsky wrote that as a result of a comet bombardment that pretty much wiped out the planet, that the memory of that was so traumatic that we lost our memory. I think there's some parts of that that are true, but I think that at the heart of the amnesia is the brainwashing that we as a society have undergone. And this is, I agree, a great opportunity in human history to overcome that,
because everywhere we look, it seems the science.
Carl
the
Warburger
sciences
is the
are in
speaker.
free fall. The traditional paradigms of, and we can debate whether archaeology is a
He's
science.
going to be on
or
our
not. I
show,
would agree
Quantum
that it's
Hologram
not,
Matrix,
but,
soon, by the way.
But many of these sciences are in free fall because of the new information, the evidence that's emerging. So at the end of the day, to overcome this brainwashing, and Velikovsky was very specific, we need re-education. And that is to say that in all of these areas that my colleagues are so well versed, we need this information in the elementary schools, in the junior high schools, in the high schools, in higher education. Mostly we need open-minded and fair-minded evaluations of the evidence. So I'm quite hopeful that we're going to overcome our amnesia.
Carl for president, right? Okay, we're here at the end. So before we get to there, Robert, I'm going to give you the last word on this, and I hope that you come out for the 4th time tonight.
Oh,
can you do that for us?
I don't know. If I can come out, I guess I can come out.
Just fully come out.
Yeah, come out. Well, I want to say something about Velikovsky, because we were talking about conspiracies before, and if there was not a conspiracy against Velikovsky,
There's more coming,
I don't
guys.
know how
After
you
this,
define
we
a
have more.
conspiracy, because there was an absolute conspiracy against him among the academics. They threatened not to buy textbooks from his publisher. Everyone knows about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, so there was a real conspiracy there, and nothing has changed since then, as far as I'm concerned.
Worlds in collision, right?
Yeah, worlds in collision, yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly. And that ties in with several issues that we're talking about here. There was, I'm absolutely convinced, and there evidence is there, there was something catastrophic that hit at the end of the last ice age. We know this geologically, and that wiped out this earlier cycle of civilization. I believe personally that at the very end, it was solar events, and I've talked about this, but there was definitely something that occurred there, and I think whatever occurred was also psychological, but also affecting our electromagnetic environment, something that's already been touched on, and really changed consciousness. And I wouldn't have said this, so I guess I'm coming out for the 4th time.
Well,
I wouldn't have said this
tonight.
few years ago even, but we are affected by these things, and as we are affected by the cosmos, we are affected by changes in our environment, and this ties in with something that Robert Bivol was talking about, which is the questions that are asked and the things that are considered important and one is dealing with. And we have been plagued recently, when I say recently, the last 100 years, maybe the last 150 or 200 years, by this rampant materialism. And I'm not just talking about materialism in the sense that people want more and more money or goods, but also in the sciences, where if it isn't physical and material and you can't touch it and measure it, then it doesn't count. And that is absolute nonsense. So you really, I mean, there are a lot of things going on between conspiracies and paradigms and, frankly, lazy people. Not the people here, not us, but lazy people who just want to sit back and enjoy their television and iPads and who knows what, and they don't want to think about anything. And I'm sure all of you in the audience, have you had people where you try to talk to them about certain topics and they just want to turn off and they don't want to hear about it? They don't want to hear the evidence. They don't want their paradigm. They don't want their worldview questioned. I mean, I have this all the time. It's called the comfort zone. Yeah, they're in their comfort zone. They don't want to leave their comfort zone, and it's a religion for them. You know, they're whatever it is, and they're not going to change.
Now,
or they don't want to change, but we have to change them.
I have 60 seconds left. We have to do a massive change on the stage, so I want everybody to stay right there. I've got 60 seconds. 60 seconds to hear the loudest round of applause for Grant Hancock, Andrew Collins, Robert Bivol, Dr. J.J. Denley, Carl Elberger, and Dr. Robert Shaw. Thank you so much.
if you wear this. We're talking the best of the best.
All right, everybody
All
stay
7
right
of
there.
them. The best.
Desiree. Carl, thank
Of course,
you.
Jimmy the best is down there.
You're a rock star, man. Everybody stay right there because we are about to kick off. We're going to do a stage change. Everybody stand up.
Got a whole new group coming in now.
We're done. Stand up, take some pictures.
Lori McDonald and a whole
Because
bunch.
we're going to move the stage. We have this
I think this is going
huge
to like
production
10,
that's
by
about
the
to
way.
kick in here.
Pacific time.
All right, so be comfortable.
Lucky, like
This is a
hour and 15
multimedia
minutes at least.
extravaganza that has
And then
been
we're gonna be
planned all
periscoping live
year
from the
here
Vader
at
house,
Contact in the
the
Desert.
Vader party.
Everybody wants
That'll be
pictures
later.
and photographs. I've got T-shirts I'm going to give away.
Yeah,
All
I know
right?
it's dark.
Who's gonna leave
I'm
now?
doing this.
Yeah, look at you
I'm
guys.
doing this illegally, so I'm not trying to put on my camera.
Yeah, right.
I'm not trying to
I'll
make this
get to you.
professional, guys. It's just so
Was
you
that
guys
amazing,
can.
though?
I'm risking my
Seriously,
life.
right?
I could be arrested just so
Okay.
you guys can watch this. So quit fucking with me, okay? I'm just teasing.
So what we're going to do, and this whole thing's going to start in about 10 minutes. So you're going to see all of this happen right in front of you. We've got a bunch of multimedia stuff coming up. And as we do that, and as we start to move this stage around,
There's a guy here. He's a black guy. Who's a security.
Robert Peralta
and he's
is
super
trying to
cool.
steal Fade
He
to
knows
Black
what I'm doing, but
t-shirts.
he's just letting it go. So that's why. Otherwise, I would not be able to do this. So anyway.
Okay. Right now, I want to take the moment. I need everybody's attention here for a second. I want to bring to the stage some of my friends that have been emceeing and hosting and attending all of the events for the last 2 days and will continue through tomorrow. But nobody thanks these people enough. So please stay right there. I want to bring out right now Alan Steinfeld. Alan, come out.
Hey, I found one over by
Robert Peralta, get out here, my friend. Get out here, Robert. Judy Chase in the blue dress. Where's she at? She better still be dressed in blue. Judy Chase, where's everybody at? Mara Hoffman, where are you? Look at Judy with her dog. Laura's out here. Come on, step up to the front, right here. Where's Lori Bleepin McDonald? There's Robert Peralta. Come on up. I want all of you to take a bow. Lori, come on out. Do we have everybody out here? Robert, man, quit doing your thing. It's a rock and roll, man. It ain't the Boy Scouts. Step up here. I want everybody to take a bow. Please, they've been here introducing and making sure this is the best event possible. Again, Alan Steinfeld, Robert Peralta, Judy Chase, where is she? There she is. Mara Hoffman, Lori McDonald, everybody take a bow, please. Thank you so much. Now, you guys stay right there. Everybody has heard about Victoria. Who here has met Victoria? You've heard the name, right? I want silence. Nobody here really knows, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I saw you right there.
Where's she at? Victoria! Good morning. Come on out here. Here she is, the producer of the event. Look at this woman right here.
He's a liberal like I am, so we're going to fight over this, okay?
How's it going, Reverend?
Listen, I want you all to know we have something really terrific for you. I am so excited about sharing it, so we're going to keep going here. We're just taking up some space. Hold on to your seats. Something that we waited for.
Yell out right now. We need seats up front.
Okay. We need seats up front for Rita and the crew.
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to hand the mic back to my fellow Libra here.
Cool. What time?
And I got to get Paul Andrews up here. Paul, where are you? Paul Andrews, are you backstage?
Last year's stuff will over on Saturday.
Where is Paul?
So keep the sharp
Oh, he's getting his hair done. What? He's getting his hair done.
More water,
We're going to get to that in a second, but I want to know what's going on up here first. Young man, what are you doing? Everybody, this is Dr. Dream. Give it up for Dr. Dream in the house. Dr. Dream, what's going on? And tell us about this. This looks pretty intense and large.
It is. We are just setting up the final bowls for 333 bowls.
Excuse me.
These are Tibetan healing bowls. And we're in a sacred economic agreement with that spans 3 countries. And it is with the metals man in Mumbai, India. And then with 1,500 bowl makers in 2 villages in Nepal that we are helping in rebuilding their lives from the earthquake in 2015. And so this experience, which is an unheard of experience, nobody gets to experience 333 bowls unless you were here last year at one of the other events we do. But we're super excited to bring it here to Contact in the Desert again, and we have somewhere between 65 and 80 in the band of angels assisting us tonight to bring you this experience.
Wait. Stop right there for a second. How many bowls?
333.
Tonight on the stage.
Not on the stage. We've got 256 surrounding the audience, and then we'll have 77 bowls on the stage.
And how many? Wait. And how many with the bowls? He's between 70 and.
We have 40 bowl angels, and then for the lower chakras, we're doing wild orange, and we'll be misting the audience. 24 oil angels.
We've been burning
misting the audience with wild
throughout the
orange,
day.
which is the oil of abundance. It's going to be a very powerful experience. And then once we
fat
move
one.
up to the heart chakra, for the upper chakras, we're misting the audience with frankincense.
This is insane. Are you guys into this? Now, as you can see, the bowls are being brought out on stage. What's that? Paul Andrews, my man. Everybody, Paul Andrews, producer of Contact in the Desert. So, Paul, and where'd Victoria go? Victoria disappeared already.
We're ready to go.
Victoria.
I'll go get him.
Victoria, what's up with that? I'm not going to tell anybody what I just saw right there. Okay.
Do you have a card? What is this, Giorgio? Come on.
Giorgio, and yeah, that was.
I got 2. Oh, awesome. This is my
Giorgio.
I got permission from Jimmy to do this, so technically I'm not going to get
Paul and Victoria, and
if they wanted to be a dick, they could, but it's not like that.
That's one thing. But
I told them I'm
the
not
work
putting this on YouTube.
Crystal and Tim Gunn. What has gone on in the last
just for you guys who can't be
here.
So
I want the loudest thanks for these 2 right here standing next to me. Please, I hurt my ears right now. Look at these events that these 2 have brought for you. I'm not kidding about this. One more time, give it up for
This lady keeps standing in the way like a airhead. Just sit down in a minute.
Now, with that, I am going to, I'm going to step off the stage and watch you guys do this. I'm going to hand off the microphone to Victoria. This is her event. I'm going to give it, I could sit up here and I could go, so what's this event for you, Lori?
I have no idea.
Judy, how are you
Lori's the
tonight?
best.
I am awesome.
What's your dog's name?
Shasira.
See, I'm keeping the microphone from Victoria. Mark, what a great event this year, right?
Oh, amazing. It's so inspiring.
See, I'm just keeping the microphone from
awesome.
Victoria.
Right there.
Robert Perala, how are you doing? How's your health?
The whole thing healed me completely and sent me to a place of love, hope, and wonder with you guys.
Alan Steinfeld, the guy that I steal all my material from. Alan Steinfeld, what a great event this year, right?
I say, welcome, people of Earth. Keep your eyes to the sky. Guess what?
That's what I'm talking about. Again, stick around. We're about 5 minutes away from this event, and so I get to actually drop the mic. I've been your host for this evening, Jimmy Church, Coast to Coast, Fade to Black, History Channel, and Contact in the Desert, the most amazing event all year. Thank you so much. I'm humbly servant. Thank you so much, and I'm going to drop the mic and give it to Victoria. Victoria, this is your show.
Can you sit
I'm out.
right here for like
Good night,
5 minutes?
everybody. Enjoy the show.
Can you sit over here and just watch this for me?
I got to give away T-shirts. Oh, hold on, Dr. Green. No, this is yours now. This is yours. Here goes T-shirts. Let's throw out some shirts.
Oh, got it. Okay. You ready? Let's see how. Wait a minute. I want to see how strong this man really is. Where's his wife, Rita? Rita, you out there? You got to tell us some of this. Where's she at? I think she's hiding from him. Where's she? Okay, there she is, right over there. You're gonna watch your man throw here. Let's do it. Okay, send him energy, everybody. Send him energy. I want him to hit the back row. Watch your faces, everybody. It's gonna come at you. Okay, take a rest. Take a rest now. You okay? Wait a minute, wait. Are you ready?
Where do you want it to go?
Let's go. Oh, wait. That man had his arm was up so fast that it was like a sweat. Ready? Okay, ready? Go. Woo! There you go, everybody. Good joy. Good joy. Okay, did you ask where these Tibetan bulls had come from and all of that? Okay, good. Okay.
You guys step aside. I thought I was on break. This is a union house. I was out. Was I out? Was I walking? Look at the stage. Look at this. Look at the microphone setup. Now, this is just part of what's about to kick off tonight. There are things out in the desert that you're going to see tonight. There's going to be some dynamic music and production. And I'm serious. It's going to be really, really cool. There's going to be some summoning going on here, folks. I want to see some stuff. After all of this happens, I'm going to be out at Orion's Lookout with Melinda, who can hear me right now, because there's going to be some crazy stuff. Our brothers are going to come down and say hello. I can promise it. But look at this stage. Tim Gunn's here. Tim, come on up. Tim, come on up. Come on up. This is the other man, the other cog in the wheel. Tim Gunn. Give it up. We need thanks for Tim right now. Wow, come on. Tim, best event yet?
So far, number 5 and going strong.
Tim, a man of many words. You like that? Tim, you know, you've done productions like this before. Is this, you know, the smoothest running, most professional event, you know, I mean, all year?
We actually haven't had a glitch all day.
Haven't had an issue?
Not really. Not really. And everybody's been happy. You haven't heard any whining, whinging. Everybody's been loving, open. It's been wonderful.
I have thanked all of the most important people, and I want to thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you so much, Tim. You're the best.
Thank you, Jimmy.
All right, that's it. I'm going to hand this off. We're about ready. Are we ready? Okay, I'm dropping the mic to Victoria. Everybody enjoy the show. Good night.
All right, welcome everyone for coming here tonight. I got to find out, do we have a go, Matthew? Not yet? How much time do we have? 5 more minutes? Okay. Is Robert Parola there? Excuse my back here. I just want to ask. Robert Parola? So I hope you're ready, because I want you to know that all I could think about was the promise that I made you a year ago. I can't tell you how awful this year has been. I had like 3 different vendors, all these things to go through just to make it happen. Anyway, I wanted Robert Parola to come up here. Oh my God. You're a shooting star. And I wanted to have him say a few words. I hope he's ready. Here we go.
Thank you, Victoria. Now you know what love looks like. Isn't that wonderful? Such dedication. I just want to say a few words really quickly. And that is just simply this. You know, contact in the desert brings a gathering of tribes together. A group of people that touch the stars to reach beyond. A sense of connectedness that each soul takes us to a place of love, hope, and wonder. Old friends and family, familiar faces gather in a place to uncover the great mysteries of life.
We have water.
They dare to dream. There is an inner calling that says we are the way shower. We are the transition team. We are the ones who make the difference. We are the ones who open the door to welcome the universe. The mighty and spiritually brave, always remembering that love and the virtues carry us together to learn as one family. Tolerance, compassion, selflessness, service, kindness, healing, and unconditional love, and certainly to create a moment for someone. Remember to do that and carry that with you everywhere. Love yourselves more deeply, you'll get better results. Thank you so much. On with the show.
Is it over? Oh. Well, I'm gonna join the Spreaker Underground. Here we go. Deep into the depths of the most disgusting underground. With Stabby McThug. Oh yeah. And probably L.C. Carroll. Johnny LaRue. Darren the Dark. And what the hell is going on? But they probably okay, let's see what's going on here.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
It looks like the feed stopped, eh? Can you hear me? Oh boy. Hello? Okay. I can't hear you. I did hear you.
Radio check. Radio
right.
check.
Yeah. I can hear you now. Yeah, it looks like the feed stopped. So, I haven't got a hold of Karen. And this is not working.
Can you... Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Okay.
It's working. Oh, wow.
I'm fine. Oh, there's Stabby.
How's it going, Stabby? Were you guys listening to that? The live contact in the desert there?
Yeah. Getting it there. He goes, oh.
Hey, it's back on again. I wonder if there's sound.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, they're doing something else.
Yo.
That's pretty cool. They're doing something else right now.
They usually take a break and then they come back. Can
Yeah,
you
it's
run
only
it through here so we can hear it?
Where is that?
You have to listen to it. Joshua Tree?
Oh, yeah, and that's in California, right?
Yeah, it's fairly close to Curtis. It's about 2 hours west of him.
Interesting.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful there. I've been there. It's a national park.
Interesting. Did you hear Yuck and Me? Oh, yeah, you did. You were on there, yeah. Oh, fuck.
What happened last night? The whole thing blew up.
Oh, it
What happened?
had to do with my power went out. My power just died. What the fuck? This is bad connection tonight on here.
It went off the air.
Yeah, my power went out. A fuse blew.
Did you come back on, or did you?
No, there was no use. I just fixed up my
Stay off.
I just fixed up my 24/7 feed. Yeah, I guess Karen forgot all about this. I'm not getting an answer from her.
Okay.
So, I don't have a guest.
Well,
But Eric
is
said
Eric
he...
gonna keep?
Yeah, Eric said he might come back with some people to interview later. From the desert. The desert dwellers.
Cool.
So,
I didn't really hear anything of substance. What they were talking about. It didn't seem like they were getting into any specifics, really.
No, they don't, eh? They were skirting
How long
around.
were you broadcasting?
Pardon me?
I know. How long were you broadcasting for before you called me?
I just started it and then I called you. There's something going on right now again. I don't know. Or they're just playing a video of some sort.
No, that could be. I was texting Eric. He said that he's really busy, but he's glad that we're enjoying it.
You know, it would be good if you could play that Chris Cornell. That'd be awesome. Yeah. I don't hear anything though. How come it's not playing? There is his last concert thing I could probably find and pull that up. I don't know why this is doing that. It's pretty strange. Huh. That's weird.
What you been up to today?
I slept most of the day, man. I was exhausted. Haven't had time to do fuck all. So
My brain was I was just shutting down last night. I couldn't even think of answers. Nothing was coming to me when we were doing the Family Feud. I was dying.
I'm gonna put a show on called Trolling Debbie. This is bad. I hope she doesn't hear it.
We'll talk about that bomb we just dropped. $314 million for a $100,000 bomb. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it's kind of a semi dorky, funny troll.
That's
All right.
not bad. The bong was good.
Yeah, I like the bong rip. That was pretty good. That was not bad.
You have to get the hello right. Joe goes, hello?
Hello? Long.
Yeah, I just took this weed from my kid. Had it with kids. What the hell's going on around here? Kids running around all over hell.
Let me hear his voice. Who is this? This is not Wolfman.
Now, this is Joe. I was wondering if I could get a pair of your shoes.
Now, look, dude, we like trolls, so you're not doing anything bad. We're going to get a good laugh out of this. Hit the bong again.
Well,
that was excellent.
Yeah, you know, Yeah, I want to get a pair of your shoes. I want to wear them to the doctor so I can get one of these superfluous surgeries like everybody's having, these cosmetic surgeries. I was thinking about having my small intestine removed to thwart off the efforts of gay men.
What would your small intestines have to do with gay men? That would be your colon and your large intestine, wouldn't it?
Well, we all know that, but most people are stupid.
Including you?
Absolutely. One more bong. No, we got a big problem here with gay men. So I figure if I have my small intestine removed, they'll leave me alone.
Do you know somebody named Wolfman Mike?
Who?
Wolfman Mike.
The name doesn't ring a bong.
That's well played.
Joe Seeker, where are you? You're getting trolled, my darling love.
Well, you know, where is he? I'm right here. I'll tell you what, I've had it with kids.
So, do you have a problem with Joe or no? Are you good with him or no?
Oh, well, we all hate ourselves.
Yeah. Would you consider? Let me do the math a little bit easier. Would you consider yourself Joe Seeker and you have friends, maybe even kind of buddies? No, maybe, yeah.
No, I'm kind of fat.
There's nothing wrong with being fat.
Yeah, well, tell you want to get out of the shower. Makes it a little hard. Slip and slide around like a wet watermelon. Not to mention I'm ugly too, so you know, can't turn the light on. Makes it hard to find around.
Whose voice is this? I cannot.
I don't know, Deb. I'm working on it right now. I'm doing my best right now. I'm doing my best research right now. So you slip and slide when you get out of the tub because you're fat and ugly. For some reason, when you're ugly, I think you slip more, right?
Well, yeah, not to mention, you know, I'm well coated with baby oil by the time I do get out of the shower, so it makes it extra hard.
Do you ever, like, do the bottom of your feet first? That's kind of a problem. Don't do that.
No, I start rubbing it on my penis and it trickles down. I do the Reaganomics.
Trickle down effect. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Reaganomics.
Jojo, you know how much I love you. Tell me what our song is. Joey? Jojo?
I like big butts and I cannot lie. Some other girls may deny.
When a girl walks in with an itty-bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung. Keep going.
Yeah.
Doing, schling. That's not our song, Jojo. I'm very hurt.
Joe, she's sad. What the fuck are you going to do about it?
Joe, what happened to your voice? Jojo, you become like a sister boy. Should have stuck around. Hank, go over there. I'm going to kill you. I'm in the mood to kill a blonde lab. What's wrong with your voice, Jojo?
I just did some bong hits. I'm still coughing up this shit.
That makes sense. Now, Debbie, think about it. That rips up your fucking cords, right? So he could sound different than he did before. Shut up. It's true. Joe? Say something else that we'd understand. Like, are you a big fan? What's your favorite band? I know this by Joe, by the way. Go ahead.
Favorite band?
Yeah.
It'd have to be Megadeth.
You lose.
Earth is no.
Who? Who did he say, Jay? Jay. I'm sorry. My brother must be somewhere.
Sabbath, man. Sabbath.
Well, he went through a bunch of different names, and he's a liar every single time because Joe's favorite band of all time is blank. I won't say it to anyone.
Steve, now you need to back the fuck off, okay? Because this is Joe Seeker. I'm sorry. His voice has changed.
All right. Well, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
I'm telling you what, you guys, Black Sabbath aside, everybody knows who the best band is. I'm telling you what, the Earth is not round. It's a damn cylinder. It's like a Pringles can.
Well,
And
that's
every
true.
once in a while, them aliens come flying along, and they flip that lid off of it. They reach in there and they grab a few crumbs, and then they take off.
Somebody that knows Joe Seeker very well is the #1 fan of Joe's. Is this Stabby McHugg? Stabby, is this you?
Nope. This is Joe.
Who is this?
This is Joe. I'm telling you what, the Earth is like a Pringles can. It's a cylinder. Why do you think nobody's getting anywhere?
Debbie, it's
those
a
aliens
cylinder.
come by and pop the lid off. Tired of hanging out with these crumbs.
Right. It all makes sense now.
Joey, I'm going to sing my song to you, our song. You want to hear our songs? Joey?
I'd love to hear Serenade. I'll do a bong hit.
All right, do a bong hit. Joey, baby, don't get crazy. Heed to your something. Why is it so slow, Steve? I get defensive. I know you've heard it all before, so I won't say it anymore. I just stand back and let you fight your secret war. The speed is up a little bit. And though I used to wonder why, I used to cry till I would die, still sometimes I get a strange pain inside. Oh, Joey, if you're hurting, so am I. Joey, honey, I got...
You sing like a slut.
I what? Stop! I do what?
You sing like a slut.
Oh,
I
how
sing
could
like
you-
maybe I am a slut.
let the slut sing.
Yeah, fuck off and die, slut caller, man. Listen.
Harry, that one.
I can't sing with this song. It's just too fucking stupid.
That tempo's completely different than anything that was real.
The whole thing is wrong. Everything about it's wrong. We're going to go back to the original version that we sing along to.
Maybe
Listen
you
to
should
this,
shave.
dude.
It's rubbing on the mic.
What?
Maybe you should
What'd
shave.
you
It's
say?
rubbing on the mic.
I'm rubbing on the mic?
Yeah, you need to shave.
I need to shave?
We hear
Yeah.
for. I'm
Your
just
whiskers
saying.
is rubbing on the mic.
I can't hear what he's saying, Steve. What is he saying?
He said nothing. So sing the song, please. Done.
I'm so bossed around by you. Wait a minute. I know what it is. I had something sped up earlier. Now I need to sped it back down to sped.
Word.
Baby, don't get crazy. Keep to your senses. I get defensive. I've never sang this low before. It's hard. Well, anyway, that was my song to you, Joe, and I can't believe you didn't remember that. That's really bullshit.
Sound like a tone-deaf tuna.
Aha! I've heard that call before.
Wow.
This is Wolfman on a voice alternator, I think.
No, it's not.
It's.
I can't believe that.
It's
You know,
not
I heard
fair.
Matlock's on. Maybe you guys should go take notes.
Now, Joe, where
Yeah.
do you live in Canada? I forgot.
I live on a trout pond. Away from the watermelon field.
Are you like living in a cardboard box or something? The way you're moving around, you sound like a like
kind of floaty. You're kind of floating around.
A canary in a coal mine.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm a canary. Canary in a coal mine. On a trout pond, far away from the watermelon field. In Canada. With a package of hot dogs.
That's all you got?
Yeah, a package of hot dogs.
We could work
and some
with you.
Halifax.
I don't know who this is. This is killing me.
That's a special medication for Halifax.
How do you not know, Deb? I want to punch you in the face. How do you not know who this is?
Who is it? Do you know who it is?
Of course I fucking do.
Who?
I'm not going to say it because then I sound like a dick. I'm not going to be a dick.
Steve, who is it?
Oh, if I say it,
don't
then,
live in
then
Nova
people are
Scotia,
gonna
I'll
be
tell
like,
you that.
Fuck you.
I've never heard this voice before.
Okay, because it's been changed. When you do your voices, they change. So I won't give up that voice. I'm not going to give up this voice. Of course, it's the same person.
It's Wolfman Mike?
I'm not going to say no.
Well, I don't know. I just wish I.
That was your answer.
It was Wolfman Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't say that. You did.
Hi, Mel in the chat room. How are you, sweetest? I love Mel.
Mel's awesome. I love Mel. I want to just squish her. She's
Mel,
awesome.
Mel can. Well, you're Darren, that's on the Monster Castle Paranormal Show. He's just a girl. He's just like a girl. He hates me. He's scared of me.
You know what? I'm confused about Darren because I thought Darren was like this good guy who's going to be fun for the show because,
I know.
You know, he got along with everyone, right? And then all of a sudden he's gone, and nothing. Like what the fuck, dude? You were cool with all the dudes out here that can handle being out here, and then you're just going to bail? Come on.
I know it's weird because they I think this Monster Castle Paranormal Show is really what a lot of people have said. They're really out to get my listeners and my show and my chatters and my listeners, my callers, everything. And what Darren did, the way he tried to do it, is, you know how we fight all the time, all of us, me, Stabby, me, you, me, Joe, you, me, me, everybody fights, right?
Right.
And Darren would go to these people in their other shows or on Skype and say, I cannot believe that she talks to you like that. How do you put up with that? You know, that is so
show
weird.
without me. Because I'm the one that brings in the listeners.
Wolfman's still friends with her. He isn't
Okay. All right.
No, he doesn't.
We got to do something different. That's true. Let's do the Men in Black and Goblins for a little while.
Let's go live. Fuck it. I'll
Okay.
ask you about the background.
All right.
I'm ready.
Okay, we're live. I just went live. There you go.
All right.
We're live
So
now.
what part? We are live.
Yeah. I'm alive. Are you alive?
I am.
All right. Yeah, baby. Woohoo. What the hell is that? Hey, I got a caller. Isn't that weird? I just went live and I got a caller.
Take it. Let's see what it is.
Hello, you're live on Monster Castle Paranormal.
Hey, Wolfman Mike.
Yeah, man. What's up?
Hey, it's another day in paradise.
Yeah, brother.
What's going on?
Who is it?
Zack Attack.
Is that Zack Attack? All right.
Zack Attack.
I was just... Did you hear what I was just playing?
No, I didn't. I don't have an internet signal. I just called in out of the blue.
Oh, that's cool, man. Because you know what's weird? I was just playing when when you were imitating Joe Sicaro, do it the bomb, and then Darren says, "Let's go live," and then you fucking call in, just like that, just like that, man.
That's funny because I wanted to get a hold of you because I had a contact. I was hoping to catch you with the what's her name, Amy May or darn it, I can't remember her name. The psychic that you have on all the time.
Oh yeah, Elizabeth April.
Elizabeth April.
Yeah.
We can give it to you.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to her.
You're live right now, though. We're live on the air, just so you know, Zach.
Yeah. I just told him.
So what's the topic tonight?
Well, there was no. My guest was didn't show up.
We're kind of killing time. Yeah, we're kind of killing time until Eric starts broadcasting from the show again. But I was going to ask Wolfman about tobacco.
Hey, what's Morticia Adams from the chat room and Spreaker Underground here talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, King of Talk. She says, I heard this guy before. He's a New Yorker.
That's a few minutes ago, so she's probably listening to the whatever you had on there live. Or not live.
I don't know. She's in the voice room, but she's got everything turned off. You can come and join us if you want, Paris.
Morticia, chat with us.
Yeah, turn your stuff off. It's time to drink beer and get rowdy.
I thought you said you were out of beer.
Oh, okay. She wants me to add her to this. I got her over here. I got her. Hey, Zach. Guess who's joining you?
Yeah. Who's that?
Paris. Remember?
Is it Daryl, Paris, or
Well, it's Daryl. Yeah.
What does she like to go by on her?
Hello. Who's joining me?
You'll recognize her. You guys were on together before.
It's Joe's new girlfriend.
Your mobile number comes up with a question mark, by the way. Now I know who it is. That's because it comes up with a question mark. Yeah.
I'm the Joker. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Is it Chinese or is it cat?
Oh. It's Garfield on the fuck.
What do I mute?
Hey.
Oh, you're there now. You're on.
Hey, I know this guy. He's from New York, right?
Well, who? Who are you talking about?
Is this the guy who's talking on your guest
Oh.
who just had his eye poked out with a sharp object?
Nobody did it yet, but Igor would love to try doing that. He'll eat the eyeball too.
Am I listening to the wrong show? I thought it was him. The guy you said a line drive went into his eye and
No, that's the wrong show, I guess.
Who's on your show?
I got a line drive into my throat once.
Oh, maybe it was on. Oh God, I'm sorry. I know I knew his voice, but maybe it was on the other show. But I thought I was listening to you.
Why is my gain so high?
Oh, that's okay.
Anyway,
we're on live,
darling.
just so you know.
New York is having like a major battle tonight. Have you heard a lot of people that are more knowledgeable than we are talking about like aliens having battles over control over the world and they're at war and blah blah blah? Have you ever heard them talk about that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they're having like a major one tonight. I recorded it. It is so loud and obvious. I'm afraid that this time it's like going to transverse dimensions and fuck us up. I'm sorry, screw us up. Can you say the F word on your radio show?
Fuck yeah!
All right.
We can fucking say that whenever we fucking want.
Yeah.
Cool.
With a double F.
That's great. That's fucking great. Okay. Not that I curse. Only on occasion. Any occasion I can get.
Yeah, that was Bruce May. That was that was telling you about the cloaked ships that are having battles over top of New York all the time.
Oh, really? Bruce May is his name?
Yeah, that's the guy who told you about that.
Well, I've heard it from more than one source, but tonight, man, I could talk about it. You should hear how loud it is. And you don't know, like, certain parts of New York look like they're already, like, messed up, or else they're having, like, a lot of seismic activity. They're shaking. I don't know. It's just so loud. I muted my windows, but I made a recording. I make recordings of everything. Did you see that wacko recording of the bridge with all those weird anomalies I sent you?
Yeah.
I speeded it up. Was that wacky or what?
Yeah. It's weird.
It is. It's kind of like, I like weird things. I like to be a little, to find those things that nobody else finds, Yeah, I've
Well,
never
you
seen that
certainly
before.
do that. That's for sure.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you're the sentinel of the strange.
Sentinel.
The sentinel of strange.
I love
Well, I'll tell you what. I had a strange encounter the other night. I got so scared, I actually got up and made a tinfoil hat.
You're kidding me. Tell me what happened. You
I swear to God, I got up and made a tinfoil hat. I got so scared.
You think that helps?
I don't know, but I had this energy hit me, and it made my hair stand up, and it raised around my head.
Whoa.
And it started talking to me when I was in a meditative sleep in my mind, and I couldn't hear the words, but I could sense them, and it led me on into ideas. And as I questioned, it would ping the energy in my head. And when I started asking who it was, and I got to a particular name, it actually lit up a little tiny spot in between the hemispheres of my brain, right dead in the center of the top of my head. This little tiny pea-sized spot that lit right up like that proverbial light bulb you hear about.
This sounds real. I'm not doubting.
Actually,
one thing you're saying. I believe you.
I swear to God.
I've had it happen to me, man.
I got so scared. I thought the government was attacking me, and was getting in my thoughts, trying to because they can do some funky shit with these rays and stuff, and they can track you through your money and things.
They are like raying us or microwaving us like to death.
That's exactly what it is. Microwaves.
They can target you as an individual.
Oh yeah, and they are using microwaves to do it.
But I did an experiment last night, and I haven't debunked it yet. I don't know if it's spiritual or if I don't know if it's technological. But I got into a panic. I took my wallet out of my pocket and I started looking at it, and I started thinking about the money. And it's like, okay, well, let's say the money spit out of an ATM, and let's say the ATM automatically scans that money as it prints it out to you because you put your card in there and know who's it's giving it to, and let's say it can implant a particular frequency into the chip on that money that's allocated specifically to you. Yeah. Now maybe I just made that up.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty good idea. But the thing is, I was looking at my bank card thinking, that magnetic chip in there. So I unfolded my wallet and I put it underneath my safe. And then I walked away from the room, and then 3 different times I walked back into the room to where my wallet was, and instantly I walked into that big field of energy. Now, I still don't know if it's technological or if it's a spirit force that was just staying near my wallet. I don't know, but it's awfully peculiar.
You could have EMF pollution, depending on how many things you're running in that room and how many things are outside. You know what I mean? You might want to try to unplug a lot of stuff and then see if you still have that sensation. It could be like crisscrossing electrical waves and frequencies.
So what you're saying is if I spend a lot of time inside a high-powered indoor marijuana garden, it might affect my wallet and give me electromechanical shocks outside of the room?
Well, it sure makes you think about odd things. But it's cool. I like the way potheads think. It's creative and imaginative. It's cool.
I mean, I'm not crazy, but I'm telling you.
No, I buy it. My thumb got electrocuted, and I wasn't touching anything. I had a electric shock in my thumb, and like, what in the world?
Would you like to be electrocuted again?
No. How can I? Let me ask you a question. How can I put on
Don't say electrocuted in front of Igor.
I want to put something that's on TV on my computer. Can I do that? How can I pair? I wanted.
I think you can go the other way.
You want to pair your TV screen with your computer screen?
Yeah. Because I'm watching some amazing. To be honest, I'm watching live traffic in New York City. There's a television station. It's like 72, and
there is a way to do that.
Is there? Okay, let me see how.
Yeah.
How.
Yeah, there is a way to do that. You go into the to the settings, and there's a selection in there for
movies and TV.
For transfer screen.
Oh.
You should be able to swap screens with something.
Explore.
I don't think
you'll have to explore.
TV to computer.
It's not anything you'll be able to figure out right off the spot here.
It's a really easy. Okay, so it's a simple, obvious app, right? Okay.
Yeah. It should be specifically listed.
Okay. I'll look for it. Because I'd like to share this just so you see how wacky New York is, and I can have you hear what it sounds like. But
somebody else shared some footage. Where was that? Who was that, Mike, that shared that footage? The woman said there was that alien crap sitting on top of the building for 2 years, and how they had the spot. They had the spot blurred out in the sky where there was something.
Oh, really? Wow.
Damn, I don't know, man. I can't remember now.
You don't remember that? Yeah, we were all on Skype, and she was showing us.
That could have been me.
No, that's Daryl right here. You're talking to her.
Oh, okay, all right.
Your details are a little off, but it sounds like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could share it with you now. You've got to hear the noise. It's like unbelievable. It sounds like static electricity, and microwaving. Sounds like someone put something made of metal in the microwave. I don't see anything about the television. Cortana. All it is movies and television. I don't know what else I can find. Ease of access? I think it might be the television thing. Skype.
Any of you guys know anything about the Emerald tablets?
What?
Yeah.
Emerald.
Do you know anything about the Emerald tablets of Thoth?
Yes, I do.
Of who?
I've read some of it.
I do not.
I've read some of it.
Tell us.
Thoth the Atlantean.
Oh, the Atlantic tablets?
Oh, this is interesting stuff. I love this subject.
They're made of emerald.
Wow.
They're made of emerald.
Yeah, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. He says he's from Atlanta.
They're like 36,000 years old.
Wow.
This is where the tarot cards come from.
It's pretty powerful. If you listen to the whole thing and you digest it bit for bit, it's very powerful. He explains some stuff that is far beyond where we're even today. He speaks very technologically, and a lot of people think it's a demon. But regardless of whether he's a demon or not, he's providing us with valuable information.
Really?
Oh yeah, very powerful.
Demons can do that.
Yeah.
The tablets are made out of pure emerald? I thought emerald
Yes.
was really rare and small.
And where are they now?
I'm not sure exactly where they are now, but if you go onto YouTube, there's a guy. Beware of the narrator. You have to listen to the author. But this particular narrator, he's kind of kooky, so it's kind of funny. But it's called The Emeralds of Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean. And it's like 3 hours and 29 minutes long. But it really gets into detail when you get into book 11. Books 10 and 11 that really tells some very powerful stuff. He talks about breathing life into the breath of what they created man out of on Earth. And the vast amounts of knowledge. It's very, very intense.
Where are the tablets now? Are they with the Mormon gold tablets?
I'm not sure. I'm sure the Mormon gold tablets have already been hawked and sold.
Maybe Josie Carroll has them.
He probably
Yeah,
does.
well, I don't know. They must not have been in the Library of Alexandria because they're not destroyed.
Well, if they were made
But
out of emerald, they'd probably been
one of the
burned.
specific things they indicate in this tablet is where the great treasure is in Egypt, near the Sphinx and the Pyramid of Giza.
That's interesting.
Well, it's supposed to be under the
Yes.
Sphinx's paws, right?
He indicates exactly where it's at.
So, yeah, we should Google this, man.
What is it?
Yeah, you should pull it up.
Where's this?
Edgar Casey said that that's where the
Emerald Tablets of
I forget what he
Thoth.
called it. Something of knowledge. Supposed to be,
Yeah, it's called the Emerald Tablets of
Sphinx of
Thoth, the
Thoth.
Atlantean, and this particular guy, the one I listened to, actually shows the green tablet in the artwork of the display for the show.
Where are they?
And it's not a... I don't know where they're at. I haven't had time to research it fully.
It sounds interesting.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting. They've hidden a lot of books from us. You know, they took a lot of books out of the Bible that they didn't allow us to read, and you know, they've hidden a lot of history. You know, over the years.
Now, he's
It's our
supposed to
job
be
find it.
Hermes and him are the same person.
Are they?
Yeah, he's Hermes and Thoth are the same person, and that is where the actual tarot cards come from. That is where they come from.
Well, and he mentions Atlantis too, and he says it's coming back. It's still here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
You want to hear something funny? The only traffic cameras that come up is for Canada. Figure that, huh?
The only what?
For Canada. What kind of Microsoft? What a pain. What unlimited.
I don't understand. What are you researching there? What are you
I
trying
was
to find?
trying to find just how I can get this one channel on. They're just showing me traffic cameras for Toronto and that neighborhood, and then there's some for Australia, New Zealand, Auckland. Nonsense.
Oh.
Oh well.
I've got some info here on the Tablets of Thoth from ancientexplorers.com.
Oh, cool.
I've got a couple quotes I wrote down too.
The Emerald Tablets, 38,000-year-old alchemist's guidebook shrouded in mystery.
Yes. I've got a passage here that I wrote down. It says, "Hear you my words and follow the pathway. Keep thou thy balances and live on in life. hear ye my word and listen to my voice. Listen to the wisdom that gives thee of life. When at the end of thy appointed work, death then is your desire to pass from this life, pass to the plane where the sons of the morning live and become children of the light. Always the way the seeker will find.
The Seeker.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Seeker.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty heavy.
Hey, you know what's really cool? A Spreaker Underground Network. What I came up... Well, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the three letters form the word sun. S-U-N.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, yeah, for the picture of that, I'll pick a picture of the sun and then put Spreaker Underground Network.
Yeah, you could do a whole... Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I had the
Cool.
Earth on there, but then I was thinking about Spreaker Underground Network is S-U-N, so this is what I'm trying to come up with here. So we have just starting to create this. I want more shows on it than just mine, but even if it's just mine, and then I just go live whenever I feel like it.
I'll tell you what, if you feature, if you start researching on the side and start looking into this Emerald Tablet thing, could be a good thing to feature. You know, do a little spot on the show and feature this. You know, if you find some value in it when you start digging into it, there's some very heavy stuff in there.
Yeah,
Very heavy.
Geez,
I
could
They're
read.
talking beyond Einstein.
Yeah, like even I could do a show and just read out of this Emerald Tablets of Thoth little passages. That'd be an awesome.
Yeah. 20
have
minutes with Thoth, you could call it.
Yeah.
Read from one of them. I'm curious what they say.
Well, he just read some of it. He just did read some of it.
I know.
But anyway, here's a little bit about it. It says, even a little bit of research into the mysterious text we call the Emerald Tablets will quickly leave you baffled. While the translations reveal ancient secrets once known only by Hermetic, which is from Hermes, right? Magicians, alchemists, and other initiates. The origins of this work are not so clear at all.
How long have they been around? I until tonight, I've never heard of them.
From the Anunnaki.
Depending on what you read or who you trust, this body of work is 12,000 years old, or could possibly be up to 38,000 years old.
Are there pictures of the thing?
Yeah, I've seen pictures.
They say it's from the Anunnaki.
Yeah, the tablets have been described as rectangular green slabs or plaques with exquisite relief lettering, a lettering which appears similar to the ancient Phoenician script, and the many translations over the centuries all sourced their origin from these carved emerald stones. The original objects are nowhere to be found, at least not to this day. I can't. I'm
They're
having
with the gold tablets.
Yeah. So.
Who's doing the translating? And what do they have? Pictures of these things?
Some say that they're buried within a vault somewhere on the Giza Plateau. Others say they're within the equally mysterious and hidden Ark of the Covenant.
Catholic Church is harboring them. They got them at the Vatican, probably.
I wouldn't doubt that at all, that they're actually at the Vatican.
Absolutely. If they haven't been pulverized and destroyed like a lot of people destroy antiquities when they have conflicting religious views. But this guy Thoth, he does not denounce religion. He specifies that there is one God. if you listen in Book 11, when you get to Book 11, he does specify there is one God, and there are 9 parallel planes to the universe above, and there are 14 below.
Yeah, as above, so below. Yeah.
Is Eric broadcasting still?
Eric. Oh yeah, I'll check on it. Oh yeah. It looks like they're coming back out and setting up the stage for something else.
Oh. Wonder who's the last guest.
I've just turned up the audio for it. Oh my god. There's just people walking around with like bottles of water up in the air or something. What is that? Oh, they're spraying. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're trying to cool people down. They're spraying like mists of water in the air to cool people down. Oh my god, it must be really hot there. Wow.
Well, I'm gonna find the camera.
No, earlier, Daryl, earlier I was broadcasting something that Eric's sending me a live feed from Contact in the Desert. So we're going there once in a while, and we just had Graham Hancock on and Jimmy Church and Robert Schock. I don't know who else was there in the panel. That they had a whole bunch of people talking. It was really wild. Live.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So I'm keeping an eye on it. Let's see what's going on there. Uh-oh, did we lose you, Zach?
I muted myself out of habit.
Oh, that's okay. Zach, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I muted myself. I had to bark.
It's okay. We can't smell it on this end.
Oh, I thought I was on smell-o-vision.
Oh, no, but Igor probably is going to come over there and try to smell it now that you said that. Yeah. Some argue that the alchemist's power comes from a formula which literally turns one physical substance into another, base metal into gold. Modern day mystics sometimes argue that this is the language of symbolism. Base metal in the language of the mystic refers to base human consciousness, while gold refers to the transmutation of the ordinary human into a conscious creator or enlightened being. Actually, what I think they're talking about there is transmuting gold into white powder gold, monatomic gold. That's what I think it is, which basically keeps you alive forever, and you can live for thousands of years if you actually have this and take it all the time.
And they also touch on the pineal gland too.
Do they rub it or touch on it?
I don't know if they rub it, but they touch on it in subject. I've never got to rub my pineal gland, although I probably wouldn't leave my hands off of it if I did. At least for the first day.
Have you guys ever heard about the rosaries in Medjugorje that turn to gold?
The what?
Yeah,
it turns
rosary from Medjugorje. If you bring your rosary there, they'll start turning to gold. They'll start at the cross and they'll move up and then move around the direction that you say the prayers, and it'll turn to gold color. It's not real gold, but it's real. I've seen it.
Oh wow.
I don't know what causes it, but it's very strange that you would think if it was like oxidization or something, it would like the whole thing would turn, but it turns like one ring at a time and it goes all the way around. It was like in the early '90s. My stepdad went over there and his brother, and they brought these back, and my sister had one too. You know, I come from a Catholic family, and it was weird. I got to watch them and watch them change.
God,
That's
that looks hot out there. I'm watching this the video feed from Contact in the Desert, and yeah, they're walking around with spray bottles, misting the audience. That's how hot it is out there.
Wow.
And it's dark. And there's a tent cover. Oh my God, it must be really hot there.
So they got non-gratuitous squirters?
Yeah, they're squirting. Everyone's walking around squirting everyone. No, they're just misting.
Oh my God!
They're misting.
Where's this at? I gotta get there. I'm gonna get a bus ticket.
Uh-oh.
We should probably get John on later since he's there.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get him. I could try. Okay. Here's more. The legend tells of a 5th century philosopher who was also named Hermes, but not the god, Roman messenger god Quicksilver, Hermes, who happened to be traveling in Ceylon, which is modern-day Sri Lanka. And he discovered the famous tablets, as the story goes, hidden in a cave there. After studying them, learned that the secret of traveling both heaven and earth. The legend goes on to say that he spent the remainder of his life traveling across Asia and Middle East, serving as both healer and teacher. So basically it's telling you that they unlock you to have the power to astral project, I believe. Interestingly enough, the sacred Hindu text called I can't pronounce it, claims that the Buddha was the very same person of Hermes. As it turns out, both are referred to as the son of the moon in several other Hindu texts. So the guy who discovered these emerald tablets is Buddha, is what they're saying. Wow. So everything's linking together here, man. And then now it's going... And now it says Atlantis, Noah's Ark, and the Ark of the Covenant. Oh my God, it's all linking together here. Some say it was written by an Atlantean priest king named Thoth in an incarnation of Hermes around 36,000 BC. Other argues it was one of Adam's sons of Adam and Eve who is to be credited. Still others say it was an Arab named Balanus between the 5th and 6th centuries of our current era who first wrote down the secrets of the alchemists.
Gee, Zach, are you okay there?
Yeah, I'm good. I just had Joe Secret pass me his bong. Took it up.
Yeah, he's into the, what do they call that? Crackle or something now?
No, I don't know what they call that shit. Wax. I think they call it all kinds of things. I like to get. I don't even smoke it anymore. I'm down to eating it now. I just eat it. With 3 grams at a time, I just eat it.
I don't know what you call that stuff now. He like it's crystallized. It's crystallized honey oil is what he's smoking now.
Yeah, dabs.
Jeez, shatter. That's what they call it, shatter.
Shatter. Yeah. I don't know. I don't need but a puff. I don't know what I'd do if I had a big old mouthful of shatter. Wait a minute. I do. My teeth are already shattered. I got hit by a semi.
It's like, it's better than shitter.
Yeah, you know, if you're going to eat shitter, the only thing you can hope for is pickles to chase it down with.
And, you know, like chitter chatter, shitter shatter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Jewish mystics, on the other hand, wow. Jewish mystics, on the other hand, say that Seth, Adam's son, is the real author. In Seth Origen's camp, the emerald tablets were later in Noah's hands, who took them aboard the ark. Following these 40 days and nights, Noah supposedly then hid the emerald tablets deep within a cave somewhere near Hebron. Later, as the story goes, they were discovered by Abraham's wife, Sarah. Okay, and giving them to Moses' daughter, Miriam. Miriam then allegedly placed them in the Ark of the Covenant, where they are said to remain today.
Now, excuse me. Now, you see how this ties in with the extractions of the stuff from the Bible? They're mentioned in the Bible. It's obviously part of the Bible, but it's not in the Bible, along with a lot of other books, like the book Enoch, for instance.
Oh, yeah. Damn, there's tons of the Bible that's been hidden from us, man. Lots and lots.
And that is why Tori Amos is so controversial, because she cites these things out. She's a preacher's daughter. I love her to death.
The Book of Thomas, isn't there?
Yeah, and there's a book of Mary Magdalene too. She has gospel.
Mm-hmm. Is there really?
Actually, yeah, and there's actually a gospel from Jesus himself that's been hidden from us.
Well, they're trying to say the book of Mary Magdalene was just a sex tape. That's why they left it out. It was a solo sex tape. She had the world's first cell phone.
Oh yeah, I believe that. I
loved it.
Oh wow. There's wood frogs. Here we go from Apakachuk. There's a species of frog in Alaska that freezes during the winter, and while frozen, the frog stops breathing, its heart stops beating, its blood stops flowing, it cannot move. However, when the spring arrives, the frog's body thaws and they return to life. And you should see the picture; it's so cute.
I was going to say the same thing. And that's the cutest little frozen little frog. The front legs look like little hands, just frozen.
It sounds like a euphemism for a bad marriage.
Yeah.
It looks like it's got a little afro with all the frozen snow on top or whatever it is. Pretty cool.
I'm trying to check all my shit, keep an eye on everything, but I don't see.
They must have some type of antifreeze in their body that, obviously the whole body doesn't
Okay, Debbie's gone
They
live.
do.
Debbie's
They
gone
do.
live
It's
too.
a sugar it's a sugar that's produced in their kidneys. It's a glycerin. It is an antifreeze.
Seven months they're frozen.
It looks to me like they're
Yeah,
about
right.
to go live again here. Something's about to start again here. It looks like.
Okay.
On.
Can you tell who the guest is?
About 20 minutes ago with my night vision.
You can hear Eric talking here. He just. Did you hear that when I turned it up? He said, "I saw a UFO about 20 minutes ago."
Yeah.
So he's seen another UFO.
There's frogs that can live in the dry mud too and they come back to life. Someone's singing.
That's coming from contact. Sorry. Excuse me. It's coming from contact in the desert.
A magical song. I wonder who the guest is. I'm going to ask Eric.
You can watch the live feed if you check out my Twitter, #47talk, or just at WolfmanMike47. You're going to see it. Eric sent me a link to the Periscope, so you can actually watch it with us.
From San Diego.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on, but people are lifting their arms up and walking around on the stage.
Can we see that?
Yeah, I just told you how. All you got to do is... Okay, I just told you how. You go to my Twitter and at WolfmanMike47, or you can go to #47talk. And then you're going to see Eric... It says Eric the Awakening Man, and he sent me a link to his Periscope feed, and you just click on that and you can watch it.
Okay. I was just at... Oh, wait, it took me to Twitter. No, that's Spreaker Underground Network. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not there.
Okay.
I'll see if I can get it for you here. Oh no, I can't do it. That computer's too slow. It'll. I
don't know who that woman is, guys. I'm sorry.
Just go at WolfmanMike47.
Okay, that's going to go. Okay. Now. Oh, I see it live on Periscope, right?
Yeah, and then click on that Periscope feed. Yep.
We're gonna shut this down, guys. We're gonna beat the crowd, get over to the Fader house, get the party started. I'll let this play for a few more seconds, then we're gonna turn it off, and then I'll probably restart.
No!
He's shutting down. Damn.
And that is it. Nope. Clear.
Okay, guys. Good night. We'll be back. I'll be doing some other stuff a little later tonight. Adios.
Ah, bummer. It's gone.
That's kind of pretty. That's kind of pretty music there.
Yeah, it was mesmerizing.
That was really nice.
I thought it was too. Kind of. It's weird.
Well, he said he's going to come back later and do some things, so
Okay.
I'm going to keep in touch with him. He's said he's got some people for me to talk to later, so.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah. My show's probably gonna reboot here soon. Wonder what's going on with the live feed. I gotta check this. Jun Takayama says, "What is with that terrorist music?" He's funny, man.
That's funny. Terrorist music. Let's see.
Apocalypse is in the chat room there. Yeah, I gotta change the title for the live shows. That's right. Well, I couldn't do it this time. I couldn't.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that. When I'm going live, it just boots it up automatically. I don't know how to change the title till after it goes. So,
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that, actually. There's got to be a way to do it. I don't know.
You need an intern.
I'm new at this. I'm new at this thing. I guess I could just... Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that.